That's all I got.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome into Red Devil Football. Bruce Mims along with Eddie McDaniel coming to you from Bobby Gentry Stadium, where tonight the Hawkinsville Red Devils and the the Claxton Tigers will be hooking up in action just a little bit. The Tigers out on the field doing their last-minute warm-ups. Eddie, I did note that, of course, Coach Greg Hill played at Georgia Southern as a quarterback. One Dallas Hill, the son of a head coach, is going to be pulling the string tonight for them.
Yeah, beautiful on the plains of Auburn. I'm sorry, I had to get that in there, Bruce. Georgia Southern is just as special, though. You go down there, and it's just a special place. A lot of history. Watched it for years. Both my kids went through there. One son went through the sports department, so it's been great. Last year we went up against this team, Bruce, and third quarter made a difference.
Yeah.
Beautiful setting down there. It was.
Yeah, absolutely. Give up a long 66-yard touchdown, and then our next two possessions were turnovers that led to points, and that was the
end of it. That's kind of like, sorry, Todd, Gators last night. Turnovers, kind of like errors in baseball. 50% of the time they go up in scores, and if you can't score back quick, you're not going to win. No,
you got to be able to move the ball, get points, and when you got a lead, you got to be able to run the clock. Claxton's making their way down towards the corner to our left.
Some good-looking athletes out there, too.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, I'll remind everybody in the morning, the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show, 9 o'clock. We'll get things underway. We'll talk with Coach Tim Suttles and Coach Greg Hill of Claxton about the game here tonight. We'll talk with Matt Burleson of Telfair County, Waco head coach Robert Edwards, former Bulldog. We'll talk with him. Josh Alexander of Athens Academy. They got a huge game tonight. They're taking on Prince Avenue, and we'll talk with Coach Alexander and Coach Greg Vandergriff, PAC, to get their perspective. We'll also talk with Coach Mark Wilson, who spent a few years over in Taylor County. He is down at Bacon County. We'll get an opportunity to talk to him. Coach Jonathan Guest, who Eddie has already started up at Hebron Christian. They are on fire. They are playing the big boys, and the big boys are not getting what they want out of it.
And we knew that was going to happen. I mean, he is one of them coaches. He's successful everywhere he goes.
Yes. And we also have, for tomorrow morning, North Hall head coach Sean Pender, who was over in the Savannah area for many years. He's back with us in the morning. Richmond Hill head coach Matt Lazat, who was in Aquinas. That's where we first made connections with him. We'll talk with him in the morning as well. Josh Lovelady of Mill Creek. Westlake head coach Rico Zachary. Eddie, you got to see Coach Zachary's works up close last 2 years, hadn't you?
Oh, yeah. And I think tonight it's Westlake and Cedar Grove, so
yes,
it's going to be interesting there. And I think our buddy John's at that game, that's the one they're broadcasting. They've got two they're broadcasting. They're broadcasting that one, and they're also doing the Northside Warner Robins game.
Also, we're going to have Coach Danny Britt of Benedictine, who's taking on Westminster in Atlanta. That is a huge matchup between two very storied programs that play at a very high level.
Yeah.
We'll also talk with Effingham County head coach John Ford. No, not the actor, folks.
No, but a darn good football coach.
He was Buford head coach for 3 seasons. He was defense coordinator for Vaughn over at Bleckley County for 2 seasons. He took the Effingham County job, and he's doing a good job over there. We'll talk with Jeremy Edwards, head coach of Houston County. They have West Lawrence tonight. And we'll finish up with Coach Edgar Carson of Lovejoy. Back-to-back weeks, Eddie.
Yeah.
Jeez. Man. But what a lineup for in the morning. Chuck's in here with us. He made his way up here. Chuck, you made it. I really thought you were headed to the Warner Robins.
I thought we were going to get a phone call saying
you were the Red Devils, man. You guys.
Hey, you see it's the real red, Eddie.
I'm not wearing the Demon Red. I'm wearing the
Thank you. Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm not wearing the Bulldog red. No, it doesn't have it on tonight.
Oh, no, that is different. Well, we're just about 17 minutes away from kickoff tonight's game. We'll take a 4-minute break, send it back to studios, and we'll be back in 4 minutes. You're listening to Red Devil Football pregame show right here on the River. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
When moving to a new community, what are some things you look for? Clean neighborhoods, hospital, cost of living, a good grocery store, or is it education? In Hawkinsville, we feel as though we have some of it all, especially education. Along with the education factors, how about some of the other things that make a student well-rounded? Things like one-act plays, drama, baseball, softball, or football. At Hawkinsville High School, it's about the total package. There's nothing like a Friday night at Bobby Gentry Stadium with a big red marching machine playing the Washington and Lee Swing. Go Red Devils!
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils!
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
I walk the mean streets of Atlanta in a police uniform. That gives me an important perspective most lawyers can't give you. If you find yourself in a tough situation leading to an arrest, remember, your best bet for a good defense is to remain completely respectful but quiet. I can't stress that enough. And call me as soon as you possibly can. I'm David Venable. Call me.
The big city lawyer with small town charm. David Venable, attorney at law, Broad Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2825.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
The answer to your insurance needs is simple. The Grimsley Agency. No matter your needs, life, auto, or home, it's the Grimsley Agency. You can trust Danny Grimsley and his staff with great coverage for your whole family. New car or home, the answer is the same. The Grimsley Agency. Give them a call at 783-2581 or see them at 203 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Proud supporters of all Red Devil athletics.
Welcome back into the Red Devil pregame show. As we continue, take a look at the Claxton Tigers, Class A, Division I, Region 3. Greg Hill, third year as head coach. They're 0-2 on the season. Last week they lost to Hilton Head, South Carolina, 29-12. Next week they'll be hosting Groves. Of course, the Red Devils' first-year head coach Tim Suttles, 1-1 on the season. Last year, last year we lost 19-6. Next week we'll have Marion County, who is playing much better right now. They're actually 2-0 after winning beating a couple guys over in the Columbus area. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more pregame show on the river. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Solo Food Mart is a great place for snacks, cold drinks, and great Hunt Brothers pizza. Then there's gas with easy in and out on the corner of Dooley and Commerce Streets across from the post office. Solo Food Mart, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2584. Solo, your stop for Hunt Brothers Pizza, cold drinks, snacks, lottery, and friendly staff.
We're back at Bobby Gentry Stadium as the national anthem is beginning to wind down. It's blackout night here at Bobby Gentry Stadium. And Eddie, I'm not into all those colors. I'm just not. I'm a traditionalist. I just,
It doesn't matter, Bruce. I mean, it's just one of the gimmicks that the schools are trying. They've been trying it all over the place, high school, college, professional. It used to be professional teams had 2 uniforms, a road and away, a road and home, and now they got like throwback and all that. It's just something different now. But, Bruce, I'm looking out there, and I don't know what temperature is, but it's a whole lot cooler than it was a week ago. It's a whole lot cooler than it was 2 weeks ago, but the fact remains there is no wind blowing. That flag is just about perfectly still hanging down.
Well, I just happen to have the weather forecast brought to us by the Steakhouse Restaurant in Hawkinsville.
And I felt sure you would.
Home of the best food in Middle Georgia tonight. We can expect a much better night with only a slight chance of rain throughout the evening.
Hey, I wouldn't mind some rain.
A little bit would be good. Temperature kickoff 76 degrees with the humidity at about 71%. It'll feel about like 80, 81 degrees right now. We expect it to be 73 by the time we get out here
tonight.
And that
grass sure is green, Bruce.
Absolutely. Overall, a great night for high school football. Weather forecast brought to you by the Steakhouse Restaurant in Hawkinsville, the home of the $8.99 daily specials like the Middle Georgia's best hamburger steaks.
Hey, if we had a wireless set up, I'd go down on the sideline tonight. It wouldn't bother me one bit. It's just, oh man, it's 20 degrees makes a lot of difference.
Within the region tonight, Telfair County is taking on Miller County. Dooley County has the week off. Matter of fact, the next 2 weeks, Truetland's off as well. Wheeler County is at Montgomery County. Wilcox is hosting Pelham. Scores from last night: Columbia defeated Washington 12-8. Flint River Academy 41, Cross Keys 3. Lakeside of Atlanta beat Forest Park 24-0. Manchester has got things rolling this year. They defeated Columbus 54-3. It was Midtown 30-12 winners over Northview. Miller Grove over Douglas of Atlanta 33-28. Mundy Smeal 42. Riverdale 2. Northside of Columbus 42. Hardaway nothing. Portal at Robert Toombs has been canceled. There's no plans at this point to make that up. Spalding defeated Fayette County 41-0. Washington Wilkes over Glen Hills 48-0. Winterboro over Salem 56-6. And Winter Park, Florida at Brunswick canceled as well. No word on whether that one will be played or not.
Bruce, there was a baseball game out on the West Coast last night. The Braves and the Dodgers.
Yes.
Big ramifications. Braves come out on top of that one 8-7, but man, it went down to the last out.
Yeah, and the Braves. How many home runs they hit last night?
They had one that was very historical.
I think there was 2 last night.
There were 2 last night. The one I'm talking about, though, was the one that Acuna hit. First player in Major League history to have 60 stolen bases and 30 home runs in a season.
Incredible.
Well, the Braves set the franchise record with 250 home runs,
And then tied it and broke it.
Tied it, broke it last night. They're at 252 now, I guess it is.
They had 3 last night.
3
last night.
253 then.
Acuna had 1, Harris, and then Riley.
Yeah. And I got to hand it to my Mo buddy, Mookie Betts. I know y'all don't like him because he's a Dodger, but he came from the Red Sox. 2 home runs last night. Come within 10 feet of hitting 3.
Wow.
So it was baseball-wise, didn't get over till late, but it was a good night.
I'm not a Dodger hater. Never have been.
Well,
unless we're playing them. Other than that,
it goes back to the old days of the NL West when the Braves were in the NL West. That was a big one back those days.
Yeah. And the other thing, there was actually a couple football games on last night. Todd Tully, Buddy, you and Polo, I'm feeling for y'all. I know Todd said he tried to give his Florida stuff away, and it showed up at his doorstep this morning.
You can't give that stuff away.
I'm an SEC fan, first and foremost. That's what I was taught a long time ago, but man, that was brutal.
I'm a Gator hater first and foremost.
Well, you're a Georgia fan, so that's why you do it. But you Georgia fans were dropped on your head and made to believe one thing, that you have to hate everybody but Georgia. So that's fine. But if you're an SEC homer, you pick SEC.
Well, now
I pull for Alabama when not playing us.
That is not accurate when it comes to me. There's just a couple in the SEC I can't pull for. Mainly Florida. I do not like them. I will not pull for them. I don't care how. Well, they lose every game. I could care less.
That's right.
Well, but on the other hand, Eddie, I can pull for Alabama. I can pull for Auburn. I can pull for, and Tennessee may be the other one that I can't pull for.
Well,
they're kind of big orange. I just can't. I can't deal with that.
It's just a bad shade of red.
It's just all I'm saying is that just. That was brutal last night. Of course, you had Minnesota and Nebraska. Who come out on top of that one, Chuck?
Minnesota come out on top.
Yeah, they were leading. I couldn't watch everything, so that one I had to turn eventually. Louisville, Georgia Tech plays tonight. It's going to go a long way. Showed us what Georgia Tech's going to do this year. But we're here for some Red Devil football.
Yeah, and the team's about ready to make their way out on the field. We got 5 minutes before kickoff. We'll take our final break. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
When I say Hawkinsville Dispatch and News, few things pop into your mind. Community involvement, community awareness, covering what matters to the people of Pulaski County and serving the area since 1866. However, it is much more than that. It's office supplies for home, business, or school. It's also your headquarters for large print copies for all your business and construction needs. So when you need a copy of your construction plans, no need to go out of town. See Chuck and his staff. You may call today, 783-1291, or see them at 329 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Hawkinsville Dispatch and News, serving the finest people in the world since 1866.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
When moving to a new community, what are some things you look for? Clean neighborhoods, hospitals, hospital, cost of living, a good grocery store, or is it education? In Hawkinsville, we feel as though we have some of it all, especially education. Along with the education factors, how about some of the other things that make a student well-rounded? Things like one-act plays, drama, baseball, softball, or football. At Hawkinsville High School, it's about the total package. There's nothing like a Friday night at Bobby Gentry Stadium with a big red marching machine playing the Washington and Lee Swing. Go Red Devils!
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet. And don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
I walk the mean streets of Atlanta in a police uniform. That gives me an important perspective most lawyers can't give you. If you find yourself in a tough situation leading to an arrest, remember, your best bet for a good defense is to remain completely respectful but quiet. I can't stress that enough. And call me as soon as you possibly can. I'm David Venable. Call me.
The big city lawyer with small town shine. David Venable, attorney at law. Broad Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2825.
Welcome back into the Red Devil pregame show as the final minute runs off. Eddie, you got your captains?
79, 77, 51, and 5. That's going to be Nelson Singletary. That's going to be Trey Collins, Avery Lee, and
Harris Anderson.
Harris Anderson. And I don't have on the other side because I don't have a lineup.
Devils white, red tops, white bottoms. Devils won the toss and have deferred. Across the way, the Claxton Tigers, white uniforms with a dark navy trim on it, maybe black.
Actually, Bruce, 77 is Darius Anderson, 79 is Mason Coley.
I did say Darius.
I know, but it left out Mason.
I
left him out. I wasn't paying attention. Cut my pay.
If that's the case, I'll just let you walk home.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not going to do that to you. We're just about ready to go. There goes the horn. Music begins to pick up. Last year, we were kind of going against a lot of emotion in that ball game, as it was our last season in the Pecan Grove, and they were packed in there. It was busy. Emotions ran high. You could see it, Eddie, in the pregame show down there last year, the pregame warm-up stuff. You could tell that they were amped up and ready to go and wanting to get a win in that last chance in that stadium down there.
Yeah, they were being forced really to leave their settings. They didn't want to. The faculty and the players didn't want to leave it. It was something that was brought about by board vote, and they didn't like it.
I guess they're a necessary evil.
Yeah, new stadium, new school, new stadium.
I'm talking about the board members.
Yeah.
Got some little fans down there waving at us. Bruce, you got a fan club down there.
Red Devils will be kicking from left to right.
Dagan Mullis will be kicking off, number 6.
Trying to
see number 10, who is Mincy.
Mincy, yes.
And number 21, who is small.
And he does look a little small. There's the whistle. We're just about ready. There's the kick. A little short one over here. It's going to go out of bounds.
Do we kick it again? Do they kick it take it on 45?
They'll probably take it right there. That's 45-yard line, 43-yard line.
First and 10, Claxton. They will spot it out at the 30.
No, it's going to be at the 43, I think, Bruce.
Come on, put it down somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be.
He's standing at the 43 on this side, which is where it went out.
3 first and 10 for the Tigers as Coach Greg Hill gives them the last instructions before they head out onto the field.
Oh, they're going 5 off for being offsides, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they'll take the ball, the first and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Tigers.
I was wondering what he was doing. White out to the left, 2 to the right side. Hill from the shotgun. He's got a back to either side of him. Takes a snap. He's going to give it to his running back, number 10, to the other direction, Mincy. And Mincy's going to get maybe a couple yards, and that's about it.
Yeah, he's going to be brought down by number 76. That would be, 76, 75. I want to say 75, Jones. No.
Second down and about 8 yards to go. One out to the left, 1 to the right. Don't give it to the running back. Started this way and he goes the way he goes. He's in secondary. He'll go all the way. We're not going to catch him. That was number 2.
No, that's, 2.
Atkinson.
That was just a counter play, Bruce. You started left and turned back to the right and right up the gut.
Yeah, they're running that spread. Well, we run the wing, they run the spread, and they spread everything out. They only got 2 levels to get through, and once they got through that second level, it was over with.
Yeah, that little...
D-line cannot get depth on that. You got to step across, 1 step across, side to side. We gave them a running lane on right there.
They'll line up for the point after. Number 11's the kicker, Brown. He'll place it on the 10. There's snap, the hold, the kick is up, high, long, and the kick is good. And with 11:20 on the clock here in the first quarter, Claxton has a 7-0 lead. We'll take a 60-second break to listen to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
The answer to your insurance needs is simple. The Grimsley Agency. No matter your needs, life, auto, or home, it's the Grimsley Agency. You can trust Danny Grimsley and his staff with great coverage for your whole family. New car or home, the answer is the same. The Grimsley Agency. Give them a call at 783-2581 or see them at 203 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Proud supporters of all Red Devil athletics.
Devils set to receive. There's a high, short kick. We'll call fair catch on our own 32, and we'll kneel on it. And the Devils will have it there, 1st and 10. Claxton took 2 plays to go 52 yards for a touchdown, and they're on the board. They lead it by a score of 7-0.
And Bruce, they have a history of having those lean, fast backs. They got 2 of them. One's a little bit bigger than the other one. Now it's the Devils' turn.
Devils line up on the hash on this side.
And they have got a healthy nose tackle.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Does a lot of push-ups. Well.
Wide out to the right, wing to the left side. He's in motion this way. Going to take the snap, going to give it to Mullis up the middle. And Charlie's going to get it, digging, going to get out to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that was a low snap, which actually aided him because through the timing off, he was able to run it almost like a fullback draw.
Devils break out the huddle. They'll send wide out to the left side. It's Malik Sims, man in motion that way. Brown rolls that way. He's going to throw it underneath. He's got a man wide open. Going to cross the 50 and down about the 45. Good throw and catch. That was
number 2, Naeem Blair.
Naeem Blair with the catch. First and 10, Red Devils. Ball at the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Devils on the far side.
28-yard gain on that one.
Man in motion. Going to give it to him. Inside reverse. He'll come all the way across the field. Denard Smith.
He's going.
35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown. Denard Smith once again, Eddie.
No yellow flags on the play.
45 yards.
He hit that corner, Bruce. I'll tell you what, he turned the Jets on. That safety thought he had an angle on him, but Blair just said, no way, buddy. You ain't getting this one.
He had a 70-yarder last week, and he had a 48-yarder last week for touchdowns. And he just done it again.
He adds to his repertoire.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Keeps on with that. He's going to start getting some notices from somebody else on Saturdays.
That was the lineup for the point after. There's snap going for 2. Wallace breaks one tackle, and he's going to go in.
He got in.
Yes,
he got in.
And the Devils lead it now 8-7 after the 2-point conversion. 10-15 left to go here in the opening quarter.
Yeah,
Devils on top 8-7.
He took that one, moved to the right, and just did get the hand over the line, but it was just enough there.
The ball playing the goal line. That's all you got to do.
A lot of strength there. We're going to take a 30-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
We're back as the Devils set to kick off. Matter of fact, Denard Smith's kicking off for the Red Devils. I guess he probably drove the bus too tonight. He squares to hit it the other way. A pretty long kick for a new guy down at the 18. Gonna bring it across the 20, the 25. We hit him 2 or 3 times. Try to get him, and we're gonna finally pull him down after he gets out to about the 31-yard line, maybe 32.
Yeah, there was 3 Red Devils on that tackle.
He gained, he earned every yard he got on that, Bruce.
Johnson with the tackle.
Every single time he turned around on that one. That was good coverage by the Red Devils.
The thing that scares you when they start dancing around like that is somebody going to inadvertently grab high and grab a face mask or a horse collar or something like that. But luckily, we were not penalized on that one.
One thing I saw there, he had that ball hung out there, man.
Yeah, now that I was watching
I was hoping
too.
somebody knocked it loose.
First and 10, Claxton. Out at their own 32-yard line. Wide outs 3 to the side. Gonna take some in the backfield. Here's a mad scramble.
Oh, man.
And let's see, the Red Devils say they got it. Claxton says they've got it. And let's see what the guys in the shirt.
Dagan got it. Dagan came out with it.
Devils have it. First and 10.
That's a huge break right there in this game.
Oh, yeah.
We just sold possession from them, so let's see if we can capitalize on that.
Devils now got it at the Claxton 32. 8-7. Devils lead it.
Devils playing a lot looser this week, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tell you, that last week done them a lot of good.
Yeah, it did. It did the fans a lot of good.
Absolutely.
Playing with confidence right now. They were playing with confidence the second half of the game last week.
Wing to the side, man in motion this way. Malik's back. He throws it.
Oh, he's wide open.
Dagan and Dagan's going to score. Touchdown. He caught Dagan around the 15, and he broke it and went in.
Oh, yeah.
I think you don't have anything to do with him.
You're not going to arm tackle Dagan. He's just too big.
Yep. This right here is what you want to see. Last year we would get a break like that and we couldn't capitalize on it.
Yeah.
We stall out or we turn the ball right back over. But man, coming out and scoring on the first play after turnover is huge. That's great.
Devils will line up. See what they're going to do. They're in that spread formation.
Well, there's no secret what we're going to do here.
And the Devils are going to take the snap there. Nelson Singletary is the back. He steps back, looks. He throws it to Malik over in his corner. Oh! He was backing up into the corner and dropped it incomplete.
Hit in the wrong place, right between the numbers.
Yeah, he let it get to those pads, and you can't do that and catch it. You got to catch it.
9:53 left to go in the first quarter. Devils now lead at 14-7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Moving to a new community, what are some things you look for? Clean neighborhoods, hospital, cost of living, a good grocery store, or is it education? In Hawkinsville, we feel as though we have some of it all, especially education. Along with the education factors, how about some of the other things that make a student well-rounded? Things like one-act plays, drama, baseball, softball, or football. At Hawkinsville High School, it's about the total package. There's nothing like a Friday night at Bobby Gentry Stadium with a big red marching machine playing the Washington and Lee Swing. Go Red Devils!
We're back as Claxton brings the return back out. See where they're going to spot him at. About his own 38-yard line. Looks like there's a flag down over there.
Yeah, that looks like they're looking.
Let's see. I think it's going to go against them.
I think so.
Holding against them.
Yes. That'll be
another good break.
Bruce, we need to take a few minutes and wish our old friend Greg Grantham a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Y'all better be quiet. He's going to want us to bake him a cake or something.
And he's going to get you to bake him a cake. We wish him a happy birthday. We did our part. Spread, 2 receivers both ways.
There's Snap. Going to throw a quick look. There's Sanderson. Wow.
The big man goes up and gets it, takes it to the end zone. That is a 22
right in the throwing lane there.
22-yard return for the interception for 6, Bruce.
That's a big man's dream right there, guys.
Yes.
That took 13 seconds off the clock total from the kickoff to this.
You were any number between 49 and
77
and 79, and you score a touchdown, man. That's a big deal.
Devils will go for the lineup for the extra point.
We're going to have to find him a chili to tote his lunch next week.
Devils in the spread. There's and it hit the ground, and it's going nowhere. It bounced off everybody's feet. And with 9:40 left to go here in the first quarter, Devils lead at 20-7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
All right, Bruce.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils!
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville.
We're back.
Go
The
Red Devils!
Kick off, and Harold down to make a quick stop back at the 17, and they got Tigers pushed back again in a hole.
Yeah, Claxton's kind of stumbling right now. I think they're kind of shell-shocked, difference from last year to this year.
Yeah, they fumbled that kickoff and kicked around a little bit and picked it up and got tackled deep in there inside their territory there.
Claxton lines up at the line. Hill in the shotgun. Got him back to his right. There's snap. He's going to stick it in his belly, and he's going to get up into the line.
Ooh,
knock it backwards.
Yeah, that's the same play he scored a touchdown on right there.
Yeah, that was Atkinson.
He was in the hands of somebody, and all of a sudden, big number 66 just Josh Killen's got a hold, just hit him shoulder height and just drove him back.
Josh was in the kitchen last night at Jack's.
Mm-hmm.
He was serving up some food. Now he's serving up some hits. Wideouts to either side. Hill from the shotgun is going to take it, going to give it to Mincy going to his right side. Mincy gets to the corner. Nowhere to go.
Yards on that.
He does not get outside.
No, sir. Somebody's helmet just came off. 26 for the Red Devils. He's got to come out of the game for a play.
Yeah, that's Harold again.
Remind everybody in the morning, Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show, 9 o'clock. We'll start things off with Coach Tim Suttles, and then we'll talk with Coach Hill of Claxton. That's in the morning on the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show. Third down.
3rd and 9.
Split 2 wides to this side, 2 to the other side. And he's going to flip-flop his back to his right side. Hill's back. He looks this way. He throws it underneath, completes the pass, and we're going to knock him down.
He's going
short of the first down.
Short of the first down.
Somebody got
short, looks like.
3rd and about 5 or 6. Nope. Let's see where we're going to spot it. Well, we're found at 28. I thought he was way back there. It's going to bring up 4th down and about, we'll say, about a yard and a half maybe. 4th down.
They're going to go for it.
4th down and 1.
Well, they're going probably what they're going to do is try to draw us off sides.
We got a official timeout on the field.
They're going to measure.
They're going to bring it out. He's got to get past the line, I'm pretty sure. I think he's a half yard short.
That's what it looks like to me. He's about a half yard short, but they're going to do it for a couple reasons. But I got to think that the coaches are standing over there saying, do not, for any reason, jump off sides.
No. Other coaches in the morning on the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show. We'll be talking Matt Lazat of Richmond Hill, Jonathan Guess of Hebron Christian. We'll also talk with Mill Creek head coach Josh Lovelady. Westlake's Rico Zachary will be with us. John Ford of Effingham County, Jeremy Edwards of Houston County. The Bears, he's got them playing pretty well last year and started this season. They'll stretch out the chains.
Yeah, the chain's not even stretched.
Yeah, he's about half a yard.
Yeah. 4th and a foot.
I thought he was shorter than that, to be completely honest. I thought it was almost 2 yards short.
I thought the spot was back a little bit further.
Yeah.
Well, from looking to where he had the ball and where the ball was over there, I thought he was about a half yard short. I knew he was going to be short. But I got a feeling the coach over there asked for a measurement because he wanted to talk to his players. I understand that. I would hope our players we're told, react, but don't jump off sides.
No.
Because that's what he's hoping for.
Got to watch the football right
I don't think he's going to snap the ball.
Well, he's got his fullback back there. We'll see. Wide out to either side. Man in motion the other way.
See?
Yeah.
He comes back, resets.
Motion, motion, motion.
There's snap.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Got it. He did not go forward.
They gave him a spot.
66.
They gave him the
No
spot.
way he got that.
66 killings with the tackle.
No way he got that.
Well, he looks. Yeah, I think
He
you're
didn't
right.
even get back.
He looks like he's further back than he was. I think he lost a little bit from where the spot is. He's got to get fully on the 28. He is more than a half yard. Looks like from the 28.
I think he lost a foot or two on that. I don't
Yeah.
think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And listen, guys, I know what he was trying to do, but
Trying to go through the A. Could be the 2-hole in the A gap right there.
this could be disastrous if he turns it over here and we stick it in again. That's going to put him in a mighty big hole to try to climb out of here tonight.
And remember, Hawkinsville gets the ball starting the second half.
They didn't get it.
He's short.
He's short. They ain't even pulled it out yet.
Yeah, they haven't even pulled it out. He's already short. Yep, Hawkinsville ball.
Ball will go on down to the Red Devils. Everybody in the place seen it. We're just having to wait on it to be measured.
Man, that was some courage right there, Bruce, to go for it right there on your 28-yard line.
Of course, you know, he's already in the hole.
He's already in the hole, and I'm beginning to wonder if he's not feeling.
Yeah, but
he's thinking, well, you know, I don't really have anything to lose. This is not a region game. It's getting out of hand. Let's see what we can do.
Roll the dice, see how we react. Devils line up on the hash on this side, wing to either side.
desperate times calls for desperate measures, I guess, huh?
Malik in the shotgun. He's got Nelson Singletary to his left. Wing to the side, man in motion. Going to snap low. He's going to pick it up and give it to Naeem Blair. Naeem's going to cross the 25 and go down to about the 23. Gain maybe 3.
That's one of those inside, from the right-hand side, inside handoffs, right back up the middle.
You know, for only the third game of the season, we've run a lot of reverses and especially inside reverses.
That's what this offense is. It's a Georgia Southern offense.
Still moving.
And you're gradually starting to see more and more plays put in it. First season it was left or right. Now you're seeing inside handoffs and things like that.
2 wides to the left, and we got motion.
Half the team was moving on that one.
Well, we had a receiver that was headed down towards the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
One thing, and I don't understand, they got 3 down linemen. They're running a 3-5 defense, and
right.
And when we're running the ball, I mean, I think if I was a coach, I'd put some guys down. I'd bring some guys down there and at least put a 4-man front anyway. But they got that big nose guard, and I'll tell you right now, we're winning the line of scrimmage. We are beating them at the point of attack on both sides of the football right now.
Well, the problem is he runs the spread, so they don't run this offense. Well, we can elaborate on that in a few minutes, but I'd go to a 5-man front.
2nd and 11, wide outs, 2 to the right, wing to the either side. Don't take the snap. Brown hits him out here in the slats, and that's going to be Bryson Singletary getting him back about 3 or 4 yards.
Bruce, you and Coach, you've played and coached and all that football. You've watched a lot of football. There's so many formations. But if you had to say 60% of the time, where's the ball run?
Between tackles.
Between tackles. Yeah, about a formation.
A lot of times, different formations are nothing more than trying to
thin out the defense.
That's all. You're going to run the same plays out of different formations.
Yeah.
Wing to the side, man in motion, going to give it up the middle to Mullis, who breaks 1 tackle. He breaks another tackle. He's going to go down to about the 21, maybe 22, right along in there.
And you got to think we're going to go for it.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory. You're inside the 25. Yeah, you're
down to the 22 now.
But I've always found it fascinating. You run the double wing, the wing, the spread, and all that.
The same play.
You're running the same holes. You're just between tackles. You're doing. It's all about timing. It's all about just trying to fool somebody. But really,
4th and 5, and they just jumped offside.
They do it. Okay.
It looked like they did it.
Yeah.
Now they're going to get us. Yeah.
First down.
That big nose man got the leaning and he couldn't stop.
Somebody said, pork chop.
That's the first down. Yeah, you're right.
And I mean, he's just a big old. He's not fat. He's just a big old boy.
But I'm gonna tell you what. I'd rather that be the guy in front of me than one of them little bitty guys that's running around.
Yeah.
You can't
I'm
catch.
telling you, from a
I don't know, man.
standpoint,
No, I'm telling you.
I know.
He's got to come here. Those other guys are going to go here and here. They'll run you to
They
death.
have the worst time against the smaller guys.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm telling you.
1st and 10 Red Devils. Ball down at the 17. Man in motion this way. That's going to be Denard Smith. He comes outside, and he's got nowhere to go.
He's got to learn.
He collapses outside.
Yeah, he's got to learn to read that hole. He took a step inside. I think he got more yardage.
He's lost about 2 yards. Let's see where they spot it. Nope, just 1.
They bring him the big boy back in.
Yeah.
74.
I'm going to tell you something. Last year, I think the line was our Keeley's Hill and youth, but that line has grown up.
2nd and 11 now. Man in motion this way. Brown looks, throws it over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Wallace down there at about the 2-yard line. That is not
Dagan.
No, that was number 3.
No,
he went up and got that football.
Dagan Morris is the one that caught the ball, number 5. And I'm going to tell you, for a big man, he's got some soft hands.
Yes, sir. He does, and he showed his athletic ability right there. He got up off the ground on that ball.
Yeah.
That ball was high, and he went way up and caught it at the highest point. That's a good ball.
15-yard reception.
He's had a couple of those tonight. Actually, 3.
2 wide to the right, wing to the left. Now he's going to shuffle across. Now it's a low snap. Mullis picks it up, and he's going to drive to the end zone. Touchdown.
He just hit that defensive end and took him in the end zone.
Yep.
Wow.
3-yard touchdown run.
They didn't change the score. They're showing them with 26-8. Oh, there you go.
26-7, Red Devils. 4:26 on the clock. As we line up actually to try to attempt a kick. Nelson Singletary holds it. Kick is up low, and the kick is no good. With 4:26 left to go here in the opening quarter, Devils up 26-7. We'll take a 6-second break to listen to Red Devil football on the River. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Moving to a new community, what are some things you look for? Clean neighborhoods, hospital, cost of living, a good grocery store, or is it education? In Hawkinsville, we feel as though we have some of it all, especially education. Along with the education factors, how about some of the other things that make a student well-rounded? Things like one-act plays, drama, baseball, softball, or football. At Hawkinsville High School, it's about the total package. There's nothing like a Friday night at Bobby Gentry Stadium with a big red marching machine playing the Washington and Lee Swing. Go Red Devils!
And the kickoff comes down at the 14, across the 15, the 20, the 25, out to the 30-yard line.
And that's number 42 or 43, Bruce, that brought him down. I see him right in front of me, but I can't get 43.
43, yes.
That would be Amos Manning with the tackle.
1st and 10, Claxton, the ball at their own 30-yard line as I get a little fresh air out here.
Bruce has been gone to the, what do you call that?
It's good to get out amongst the people once
What do
in a
you call
while.
that off the back of a house that's high up in there? It's penthouse.
We'll call it crow's nest.
Well, we call it the crow's nest. But he's out there, of course, and sometimes it can be a blessing, though, Chuck.
Claxton up to the ball, wide out to the side. Hill now under center. He'll take the snap, going to give it to his fullback up the middle. And the Devils are right there to knock him down. That was number 9 with the carry.
That was number, 15. And
there were several of them.
Yeah, there was several. I know Killens was in on it. 77, Anderson on it. 15 was Pickett on it. I mean, that was just, I'm telling you guys, this defense, the defensive line, the linebacker core are our strengths now. We put pressure on anybody.
2 wide to the right, wing to either side. Going to give it back up the middle to Slater. And we hit him again and knock him down in the hole. It's going to get to about the 34-yard line.
And that's the same 3 people. I mean, he's running into the same 3 or 4 people every play.
And he's getting the same results.
Mullis on that one. And I'm not talking about Dagan. I'm talking about Drake Mullis on there.
That was just by committee right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was good old slobber knob football.
Claxton up to the line. He'll send a wide out to either side. Manning slot to this side. Manning motion the other way. Going to toss it to him. He gets to the corner, cuts up, got room, across the 45.
He's going down.
Score the first down.
And he's going to be pulled down maybe just inches short of it. Let's see.
Yeah,
that was Mixon with the carry.
Yeah, and I think Mullis got him.
Oh, man, they put the ball, they spot the ball, just had to give him the first down. The first down. The nose of the ball was on the 40.
He got a pretty good spot. I thought
he did get a good spot. He got a really good spot. I thought he was going to be about a yard short.
1st and 10, Claxton now. The ball out at the 40-yard line. 2:38 clock running to go here in the opening quarter. Devils up 26-7.
This has been a marathon quarter, Bruce.
It has.
Well, it has, and it hadn't. It seems like it's gone by fast. There's been a lot of running, but there's been a lot of passing plays too, and really we've lost a lot of plays, a lot of time in the end zone going for extra points.
One out to the left, play action. Hill's going to throw one long down the right side. And we double coverage down there.
No,
that was great coverage.
Incomplete down there. Devils with good coverage downfield.
Yeah, that's number 9, Collins, with the breakup.
He went up and knocked that ball down. That was good. Because I tell you what, that was a good pass. He was right on. He dropped that dime in there, but we stepped in front of him and knocked it down.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10, wide out to the left. Now he's going to split a man out here in the slot to this side. Hill with the back behind him, wing to either side. Man in motion, going to give it to him. He gets to the corner here and going to get room across the 40, the 45, and strip him up there. Collins with the stop down there.
That's a good tackle.
Collins.
A good open field tackle right there, guys. That is not easy to do.
Gain of 5. 3rd and 5 for the Claxton Tigers. Clock running here in the first quarter, 1:44 on the clock. Devils on top, 26-7. Yes, folks, 26-7. Red Devils on top. Wide out to either side, wing in motion the other way. Don't give it to him. Gets to the corner. We string him out. He cuts back, and he's going to gain about maybe 3 yards.
Man.
Yeah, 14 and 51.
Came up and laid some wood on that.
Yeah,
there.
51 was there with him, Johnson. Bruce, I got an update from the scorekeepers over there in Chris County. They say they're playing wet balls, 2-0 Chris.
Wow.
Against Lovejoy.
Wow.
What's the score of the north side of Warner Robins?
7-0 north side.
Wide out to the side.
Game.
Timeout, Red Devils. Timeout on the field. 1:02 left to go here in the opening quarter. Devils on top, 26-7. We'll take a 30-second break. You listen to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Remind you about the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show in the morning. We'll get things underway at 9 o'clock as we'll take a spin around the state. We'll talk to the 2 coaches involved in this one here tonight, Coach Tim Suttles of the Red Devils and Coach Greg Hill of the Claxton Tigers. We'll talk to them. We'll also talk to Coach Edgar Carson of Lovejoy. As they're on the road down in Chris County in Cordell taking on the Cougars.
You know, the one good thing about this, Chuck, is we got the controls.
4th down and 2. I will not be silenced.
Let's back them up.
The last time I seen one like that was a few minutes when our guy took off like that.
Yeah, they want to get a head start on the count.
Yeah. That'll back them up 5 yards.
Sorry, Bruce.
Nope. I just left my sheet behind, my cheat sheet.
Okay. Should back it up. I mean, it should be 4th and 7.
Yeah, 4th and 7. They're fixing to mark it off.
And they still gonna go for it. We know that.
And of course, tomorrow Eddie and John will do a little bit of traveling as they break down the college football games this weekend.
Talk about that brutal Georgia schedule and that brutal Auburn schedule. Yeah. Actually, we're going to talk about some Florida State and LSU.
Well, listen, once Auburn goes back paying a few dues, they'll get to do that.
Hey, the reason why Auburn's schedule is tough for the Georgia because Georgia don't have to play Georgia.
That's right. I go along with that one.
The funniest thing I saw last night on Facebook was somebody posted up to the Florida fans, said, Florida fans, you do know why Georgia's schedule's so easy because of y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, Todd. Sorry.
But you know, they in all fairness, they did have that game scheduled for
with Oklahoma
at Oklahoma.
Yeah, and then it.
I mean, you know, you got to have a game. You got to replace with the game.
And you know, we got to talk about the breaking news. ACC is formally invited.
So let me ask you this: it's going to be the Pac-2 now.
No, the breaking news before we came out here was the fact that the Jones County quarterback.
Y'all talked
about that earlier.
Yeah, that happened earlier in the week. I found out about earlier in the week. Yeah.
Well, what's the scoop on that one?
I don't know. I'll have to find out.
What's going to happen with Chase?
I don't know. How is he eligible? Is my question. I have no idea.
4th down and about 7 for Claxton. Wide out to the other side. Hill back to pass. He looks off the right side, throws it. Almost picked off. Good job there by the Red Devils to knock it down.
Man, we were one step away from a pick 6 right there, guys.
I'm telling you, for our second one. This time it wasn't a lineman.
Yeah.
56 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Devils will take over the ball. They're up 26-7.
And really, Chuck, I mean, you stop and think about the Pac-10. You know that the president of the Pac-10's got to be thinking, what happened? Yeah. What happened? We were set.
What happened was he turned down. He shouldn't have turned down. What happened?
Yeah.
Now it's the Pac-2. My question is, if Pac-2, if they keep it just those two, you know, will they get an automatic champion? Get an automatic bid to the playoff next year?
1st down 10 Devils at the 43-yard line of Claxton. Going to give it inside to Naeem Blair, and he's going to get maybe a couple yards on the play, maybe 3.
Guys, even our smaller guys, Naeem Blair's not a big guy, and they had a big old defensive end hanging on him, and he still leaned forward about 3 yards.
Well, we're running so many people now.
Yeah.
You cannot key on one person. Yes, Dagan and Nelson Singletary, and you start looking at Malik Brown. I mean, and Malik Sims. Those are the guys. But I mean, we just proved it. We turn around and hand it to another. I mean, you don't know who's going to be the running back.
Wide out to the right. Man in motion this way. That's Zenard Smith. There he goes. Breaks for tackle. On across the 40, across the 35, and down to about the 33-yard line.
Guys, he does not look that big. I'm going to tell you something. That kid's got a huge heart.
Yeah, he does.
He plays with a big heart. I love it.
1st down, Red Devils at the Tigers' 33-yard line.
He kind of runs like a 6-foot, 200-pounder. I'm serious.
Who was the running back? Who was the running back that played for the Steelers? He would dance. He'd stand there, and then all of a sudden he'd take off and go. He never looked like he was running so fast. And don't say bowling ball because it wasn't the best. I'm sorry. It wasn't him, but you remember there was a running back they had.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, though.
He was there, and then he left and went to Detroit. One of the best in the business. He'd just sit there and he'd kind of read the hole and go.
That's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Devils on top 26-7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet. And don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
I walk the mean streets of Atlanta in a police uniform. That gives me an important perspective most lawyers can't give you. If you find yourself in a tough situation leading to an arrest, remember, your best bet for a good defense is to remain completely respectful but quiet. I can't stress that enough. And call me as soon as you possibly can. I'm David Venable. Call me.
The big city lawyer with small town shine. David Venable, attorney at law. Broad Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2825.
We start second quarter, Devils 1st and 10. They just threw a pass. Trying to get Bryson Singletary, and just missed him. But a little bit of help there from number 15 getting his hand on it.
And we almost turned the ball over right there.
That one hung up a little bit too much.
Show that to Bruce so he'll know.
Oh, thank you, Bruce.
Do I know anything?
Score update from Warner Robbins. Northside snapper snapped the ball over the punter's head.
Oh, man.
And resulted in a safety. 7-2. The Eagles still up on the Demons right now.
That's just one of those games, man. I'm telling you, you don't know what's going to happen.
It doesn't matter what the records are, anything. That's a rivalry game from way back.
2nd and 10, Red Devils. They're at the 31-yard line of the Tigers. There's a run outside, going to cut back upfield. That is Naeem Blair.
Yeah.
And he's going to get it down to the 25. We'll call it 25. He's just inches away. So I'm going to get 3rd and about 4. Nice, comfortable night. Totally different than last week. And I wonder if that's got something to do with it with these guys. They had a little bit better week of cooler weather. Yeah. Man in motion the other way. He's going to take the snap, going to give it to Zenard, and Zenard's got nowhere to go as they got about 5 white jerseys on him.
They're going to give him 4 progress, Bruce. So about the 29, looks like.
Down to the 24.
Oh, I'm sorry, 24, yeah. 24.
It's going to make it 4th and about 1.5 yards now.
4th down and 1.
Guys, I just like to see the snap and just go right up the middle with it, under center.
Yeah. I would think they'd have Dagan Mollison there with them big legs.
Devils up to the line. 4th and about 1.5 yards. Man in motion to the right side. Going to take a snap. Malik up there behind him. Malik into the line across the 20 to 15. And Malik down to about the 13-yard line. First down, Red Devils.
Play. Yep, after the play.
Carried by number 11, Malik Brown.
Dead ball.
Should be enough for the first down, but there's a late flag on the play.
Half the distance, hopefully.
Let's see. Oh, it's going to be against the Red Devils.
Man.
After the play.
No, it'll be 1st and 10. Let's get 15 yards back.
Yep, that'll back it up to about the 28.
That happened last week, I think, didn't it?
Yes. In between the sweating.
I'm telling you. 110 degrees at kickoff there, Bruce.
70-something for us.
Now, wait a minute.
Ball back out to the 28-yard line.
Should be first. Wait, no, that's dead ball. It should be 1st and 10 from right there.
They got it on the marker at 4th and 5. No.
Should be first.
The way they're moving the markers, I think. Okay. Yes, they're moving the chain.
You still got the down at 4th.
Yeah, there you go.
First, there we go.
1st and 10 Red Devils.
Okay.
Ball at about the 28-yard line of the Tigers. Devils on top, 26-7. 10:36 left to go in the half. Now the officials backs up. There's the whistle. We've got a wing to the side working from the shotgun. Man in motion. That's Naeem Blair going to give it to him. He breaks one tackle, cuts back, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to get dropped behind the line back at about the 32.
Number 2, Naeem Blair on the run.
Lost about 4 guys.
Yeah.
3 on the play.
Don't run backwards.
Down to 13.
Second down now for the Devils. Of course, at the half, we'll get you some Gridiron Central scoring updates with Chuck. Coming up in just a little bit, folks. Stay tuned.
Lovejoy 6, Chris County 2.
Man in motion the other way. Low snap, going to pick it up, and we just tripped the running back. He gets back to the line maybe a yard more.
And sometimes this is what happens when you jump to a lead like that. You start getting sloppy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have.
Third, 13.
It's not as much about getting a bunch more points. The thing is to keep the flow of the game normal.
Yeah.
Getting the plays, making them happen, and then, the points come, that's fine, too. Devils break out of the huddle. 3rd and 13 now. Devils at the 31-yard line of the Tigers. Man in motion the other way. Going to roll to the right, look, throw it in between. Got it to Jaden Collins, and he's going to get a first down to inside the 15, about 14.
We got real look, and our wing back on the right side was leaning, and he...
And the receiver also, the receiver actually took a step toward the line before they...
Denard Smith leaning in there, yes.
Yeah, and they didn't call it. And the coach is over there talking to the white hat about it right now. It was right in front of the white hat. I don't know why he didn't. Hey, you don't see it, it didn't happen.
We've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Devils up the line, wide out to the left, wing to the side, man in motion, going to get a little inside reverse, going to cut back in towards the middle, and going to gain maybe a yard on the play, and that's about it. I'm trying to see. I wasn't even sure who carried that ball, guys. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, I think it was number 5, I think, was the ball carrier.
Jaden Collins, number 9.
Number 9. Okay, it was number 9.
8:24 clock running to go here in the first half. Devils 26-7 lead. Devils break out of the huddle there. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line of the Tigers. Man in motion this way from the shotgun. Going second. Hand it off to Nelson Singletary, and they just stopped him before he could even get going. Loss of a yard.
Yeah, it goes back to most of the running plays are run between tackles.
Yeah.
Everything that we've run between tackles is suddenly gets stopped.
Not every play is designed to be a touchdown.
No.
Well, we're not getting under they got the 2 big boys. Well, actually, got 3 big boys across the front, and we're just not getting under them and moving them.
Yeah.
Timeout, Red Devils. Timeout on the field. 7:48 left to go in the first half. Devils lead 26-7. We'll take a 30-second break to listen to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back into Bobby Gentry Stadium as the Devils lead at 26-7. Want to remind you, next week, Devils will be at home again next week to take on a Marion County team who is 2-0 on the season, a big turnaround in the last few years. Here it's the Claxton Tigers looking for their first win of the season. Devils looking for their second win. 3rd down and 11. Devils have the ball at about the 15-yard line. Wing to either side, working from the shotgun. Man in motion. They'll take the snap. And Malik's going to take it right down the middle. Malik across the 10, down near the 5. Let's see where they're going to spot him at.
They're going to spot him right at the 5.
I think that the average defensive lineman is over 300 pounds.
Actually, 6.
To bring up 4th down and 2.
And one of them looks like he's about 240, but the other two make up for it.
We didn't get much of a spot on that one, did we?
No, we
I don't
didn't.
think we did.
I thought we were across that line.
We were.
4th and about 2 now. Devil split 2 out here to the left side.
Megan Mullis.
Mullis takes a snap, cuts back upfield, and he's going to get the first down and more.
He bounces out.
Touchdown!
Wow. Not to be denied.
He got hit and would not stop.
His legs kept moving.
6-yard run for number 6.
He's having a great night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goodness, that's his third touchdown?
Yes, and he's had
One extra.
two
One through
6-yard runs, a 15-yard run, and he had a 32-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Wow. Busy young man.
Dagan's having a good night.
Devils in the spread right now. And Devils flashing signs, and they're going to shift over. They're going to attempt the extra point. Wesley Johnson, I believe it is. Is that Johnson or
Yes, that's Johnson.
Wesley Johnson to attempt the extra point. There's snap a little high, and we're going to get knocked down back in the backfield. Nowhere to go with it. 7:04 left to go here in the first half. Devils lead at 32-7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned, folks.
The answer to your insurance needs is simple. The Grimsley Agency. No matter your needs, life, auto, or home, it's the Grimsley Agency. You can trust Danny Grimsley and his staff with great coverage for your whole family. New car or home, the answer is the same. The Grimsley Agency. Give them a call at 783-2581 or see them at 203 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Proud supporters of all Red Devil athletics.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Sliders run it all the way back to the 2 as they mishandled it. They brought it back out towards the middle, and they're going to get it out about the 17. That almost fell apart for those guys back there deep, guys.
And they got away with a block in the back on the return. Or what is it? Defenses?
Blindside block.
Blindside block on the return.
And you'll see those on these returns.
Yes.
A lot.
1st and 10 at the 16 for Portal. 6:56 left to go here in the first half. Red Devils 32, and the Claxton Tigers 7.
Eddie, we used to call those crackback blocks.
Oh, yeah.
When I coached 5 receivers, that was something I taught those guys.
Yeah.
Every single practice, we hit the big dummies, and I made them,
Hey, don't call you linemen big dummies. That's not nice.
No, it's not the big line, the big dummies.
Claxton up to the line. 1st and 10, 2 wide to the left, man in motion. Don't give it to Mincy around the left side, and we string him out, and we're going to knock him down and gain him maybe a couple. Good defense there, guys, as they got out in front.
Yeah. They didn't break containment. That was good.
Ever since that first play of the game, or first or second play of the game, that defense has tightened up.
Yeah.
Pick up 3. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
2nd down and about 8 yards to go. No, I'm not going to say the same as the guy up top. My eyes look different.
I think you're closer to being correct there, Bruce.
Thank you, sir. Many years. Bad eyes. 2 wides to the right. And
they jumped. Left guard jumped.
Movement up front. And guys, that right there shows the frustration. The outside guy there, 15, throwing his hands up in the air. They're just befuddled. They don't have a clue right now. They're way out of sync.
The tape they've been watching is not the same as the team across from them.
No. They'll back them up and puts them back at about the back of the ball, touching the 13 now.
5-yard penalty. Bring up 2nd down and 12.
2 wides to the right. Actually got a 3rd one out here. He's on the wing. Man in motion this way, going to give it. Nope, quarterback throw it on the ground, and they're going to scramble. And the quarterback Hill is going to get on himself and secure it for them.
I'll tell you what, guys, number 77 is playing a good game, too. What you don't see there is he is getting side to side and keeping containment, and he's playing a good game.
He's tying up half of the offensive line for himself. He's freeing up those linebackers to make plays.
Right.
And the ends.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Third and about 17.5 yards to go. 2 wides right, 1 left. Hill now in the shotgun. He's got a back to his right side. Takes a snap a little high and pulls it down and throws a little swing pass out here. And we play it and hit him and knock him down.
Yeah, he's going down about the 17-yard line, it looks like. 18.
Picked up about 9 yards there, though.
That's going to bring up 4th down now. Clock running, 10:09 left to go here in the first half. Devils 32.
And the first time I think tonight we see their punting team.
Yes.
There's 5 minutes left, 5 minutes and a half.
They line up in punt formation. They don't get near as deep as we did when I was in school. This is only about 9 or 10 yards at the most.
It used to be 14.
There's the snap. And we almost got it. And it's going to take a bounce over our head.
Oh, no, don't do that.
And Nelson Singletary's having trouble. He finally picks it up. But we lose all the way back to the 34-yard line.
They're going to spot him on the 35, it looks like. Generous spot.
Man, that was almost disastrous, guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean.
Yeah, that just as easily could have been 6 going the other way.
Yeah, it could have been.
Wow.
Well, you can't advance a muff punt. Yeah. Score update from Warner Robins. Northside Eagles up 14-5 now on the Warner Robins Demons. Second quarter with a minute and 52 left in the half.
Red Devils 1st and 10 at their own 35 now. They get it with 4:26 remaining on the clock here in the first half. 32-7 lead for Red Devils. Wide out to the right. Wing to the other side. Man in motion. Brown rolls that way, steps up, breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to get knocked down. He runs out of real estate.
I thought he was going to be able to get past that front there.
They bring up 2nd down and 12.
Guys, that looked like it was a lot more than a 2-yard loss.
Yeah.
That looked like one that could have easily been 7 or 8. 2nd down now, and 12 for the Red Devils. Clock now moves under 4 minutes to go in the half. Devils 32, Claxton 7. Devils up the line, one out to the left, wing to either side. Malik in the shotgun, going to take it, going to give it off. And we pick a tackle. There comes the 40, 45, 50. And going to step out of bounds out about midfield. That was Nelson Singletary with the carry.
Yeah, he busted that tackle right at the line of scrimmage, and he got a good, 25 yards on that one. 20 yards.
That's what happens when you try to tackle somebody up high. When you try to tackle them high like that, you're going to, more times than not, going to come out on losing in that battle. Exactly what happened right there.
1st and 10, Red Devils, the ball at the 50-yard line. They'll break the huddle. On the hash on this side, wide out. Wing to the side, man in motion. There's a snap. Malik rolls to his right, looks, and throws it underneath. He's got Malik.
14.
Excuse me, that's not Bernard Smith, and he's going to turn it into another Red Devil first down.
Black comes in.
15.
That was not his primary receiver. That was a good job by the quarterback to check down. Primary receiver was covered. He checked down to Bernard.
Are they saying holding or face mask?
I think it's face mask.
He's facing, the white hat's facing them, so.
Yeah, I think it's.
He was getting the call from the official.
There was no other Red Devil down there except the ball carrier, the receiver.
Well, I'll tell you about
no, it's going against us.
Holding against Red Devils.
Yep. I think there was one that snuck in late.
When I was calling Middle Georgia's, they were playing, and one of the running backs got his hand too much in the face mask.
Ooh.
Got called not only just face mask, the personal type.
Yeah.
He didn't like the fact that he was wrenching his head around like that. First and 8 now. Ball back up to the 48-yard line of the Tigers. Man in motion the other way. Blake's going to take it, come back up the middle. Bounce out to the left, off the 40,
move.
35.
No,
he
nice
cuts
move.
way out there. He's going to get inside the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and knocked out at about the 5-yard line. Let's see. They're going to mark him out at the 5. First and goal, Red Devils.
Right at.
He made 2 or 3 good moves on
He
that
made
one.
some good moves right there.
Yeah.
He stuck his foot in the ground twice. A couple of guys over there need to put some more tape on their ankles.
Yeah.
Gosh, guys, I don't know. It looked like 3 or 4 times they had Malik, and he's a magician, I tell you.
Yeah, he did.
He pulled a Harry Houdini on him.
They backed the ball up to the 6-yard line now.
First and goal at the 6. Devils with 2 wides to the left.
Delay game.
And we got whistles.
Delay game.
No, timeout. Red Devils.
Timeout, Red Devils.
Timeout, okay.
Timeout on the field. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Devils lead at 32-7. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned.
Solo Food Mart is a great place for snacks, cold drinks, and great Hunt Brothers Pizza. Then there's gas with easy in and out on the corner of Dooley and Commerce Streets across from the post office. Solo Food Mart, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2584. Solo, your stop for Hunt Brothers Pizza, cold drinks, snacks, lottery, and friendly staff.
We're back. I want to remind you about the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show in the morning. Get things underway at 9 o'clock. We'll talk with Prince Avenue Christian coach Greg Vandergriff. He'll be taking on Athens Academy tonight. And we'll talk with their coach, Josh Alexander. Mark Wilson of Bacon County. Jonathan Guess of Hebron Christian. North Hall head coach Sean Pender will be with us. Matt Lazat of Richmond Hill. Josh Lovelady of Mill Creek. And, of course, Hawkinsville Red Devil head coach Tim Suttles will be with us. And also Greg Hill of the Claxton Tigers. That's all in the morning on the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show. Devils up to the line, first and goal at the 6. They line up on the hash on the left side. They got 2 receivers stacked down here on the outside. Mullis is going to take the direct snap, and he's going to come to the left, cut up field, touchdown.
Wow.
6 yards touchdown run by number 6. Take it for it.
Guys, I don't want to say this. That's his 3rd 6-yard touchdown run.
So what's his number?
6. 6, 6, 6, and a 6.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Go buy a lottery
But he
ticket.
did not get the pick 6.
And that's not over with yet.
That was the next number twice, 7-7.
Ooh, Lord.
Mullis with the 6-yard run. Devils up 38-7, 3:05 on the clock.
We're going to get one of these extra points here. I'm telling you. This one's going to be it.
Wesley lines up for the extra point. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is
Good.
good.
I told you.
And with 3:05 left to go here in the first half, Devils lead at 39-7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned, folks.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
When I say Hawkinsville Dispatch and News, few things pop into your mind. Community involvement, community awareness, covering what matters to the people of Pulaski County and serving the area since 1866. However, it is much more than that. It's office supplies for home, business, or school. It's also your headquarters for large print copies for all your business and construction needs. So when you need a copy of your construction plans, no need to go out of town. See Chuck and his staff. You may call today, 783-1291, or see them at 329 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Hawkinsville Dispatch and News.
Kickoff was down to the 30-yard line, and
we're back as the kickoff is
untangled down on the bottom, and they're saying we got it.
Yep. Red Devils get the ball.
Wow.
The return man came up and hit it on about 27, and it bounced off him and came forward, and there was a scramble. And like I said, the Devils off the bottom with it at their 30.
Yeah, that was that. To be honest with you, that of a kick like that was put in probably the most perfect place. Yeah. It was right behind the middle guys and far enough away from the back guys they didn't have a chance to cover it.
If you can't kick it in, I just tell my guys, if you cannot kick the ball in the end zone, kick it where they're not.
Yeah.
Devils up to the line. 2 wides to the left. Wing to either side. Empty backfield. Malik's got a man in motion this way. Going to toss it to him around the corner. He cuts up and down the sideline. There he goes. That's Naeem Blair, and he's going to go all the way down to
flag on the play. Going to be holding.
He did a good job of getting out there and get behind his blocker and let his blocker take care of the block. But I think our blocker got the hold.
Yeah, the guy, he had him blocked right. The guy turned, and he just didn't let go of him.
And I'll back it up.
So Bruce, if you talk blocking with Bruce, he's like the old football sets where you have the hands put together and got the elbow out.
That's right.
But they don't do that now.
No,
but what you got to do is you got to get the hands inside on the pads.
Right.
But when that guy turns, you got to let go.
Yeah, but
right.
Say what you want. That encourages holding. I don't like that.
Bruce,
don't like it.
Your time's over.
The game changed.
The game has changed.
Yeah, they have the thing called the 4 pass.
Yeah, I know, but that's okay. I like that.
They have a thing called the 4 pass.
I didn't say you were old, Bruce. I said times have changed. Read it like you want to.
I think that was Greg Mixon that said I was old.
Well,
you're not old.
Greg would know.
You're just mature.
First and 13 for the Devils. Man in motion, going to toss it. That's Denard Smith. He gets to the corner and
he turns. He's gone.
And he's going to get
so fast.
Close to the first down.
Yeah, he's going to get right at the yard marker. It looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short.
That's a good view. A good view of him running. His head did not move, and he was just hauling him. Man. He was cruising across there.
Yeah, they're going to mark him 2 yards short.
Guys, there's a guy on the sideline down there that's enjoying watching this. Right down by the 40.
Yeah.
He likes to see this offense.
Yes, sir. I bet he does.
Second, about 2.5 for the Red Devils. 2 wide out to the left.
I like watching it too.
Man in motion. Malik takes a snap, going to toss it to him. He gets there, cuts back, and going to get across the 20, and I'm trying to see the number on there.
The runner running the ball, that would be one number.
Blair.
Yeah.
Blair.
Number 2, Naeem Blair on the run.
I'm gonna tell you, when Blair runs the ball, you see athletes. Some athletes they tighten up when they run. He glides.
Yeah. Denard Smith glides too, man. He was on the last one.
First and 10 Devils with the ball just across the 15-yard line of Claxton. 2:27 clock running to go in the first half. 2 split wide to the right. Empty backfield. Man in motion. And Malik's going to take it and come back this way. Malik inside the 10. Malik inside the 5. Malik down to the goal line. They're going to mark him down just about the half-yard line.
We got away with a hold there, but we didn't see it didn't happen.
Yeah. It'll be first and goal.
I don't think you get any closer to the goal line without scoring a touchdown.
Let him take a keeper back up the middle. Let him get that
you don't
one.
need to be in a hurry on this right here, though.
Yeah, let it run.
Let it run.
They run one of the big guys out. Big number 79 is headed back to the sideline. Clock running down inside of 2 minutes to go in the first half. Devils 39-7 lead. 39-7 lead. Trying to tack on more. 2 wide to the right. Wing to either side. Empty backfield. Malik's going to take it up the middle. Touchdown.
That's touchdown. Bruce, I think we may be able to get home early tonight. Second half should be a running clock.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do we kick a field goal?
I can get me a bowl of Cheerios. I'll get home early enough for that.
Well, I think so. He just made the last one. Might as well go and try and make it again.
I would. I'd give this kid every chance.
Yeah, we're going to give everybody a chance.
Might as well.
Except us. Number 27 lines up for the PAT.
Yeah, that's A.J. Holder.
There's snap.
Hey,
The hold.
look
The
here.
kick is long.
Good.
And
Oh,
the kick is off to the left. No good. 1:45 left to go here in the first half. Now Hawkinsville 45 and Claxton 7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
When moving to a new community, what are some things you look for? Clean neighborhoods, hospital, cost of living, a good grocery store, or is it education? In Hawkinsville, we feel as though we have some of it all, especially education. Along with the education factors, how about some of the other things that make a student well-rounded? Things like one-act plays, drama, baseball, softball, or football. At Hawkinsville High School, it's about the total package. There's nothing like a Friday night at Bobby Gentry Stadium with a big red marching machine playing the Washington and Lee Swing. Go Red Devils!
Devils set to kick off. Mullis sticks his foot in it. Wow, nice kick. It's going to go down to the
10-yard line.
To the 10, out across the 15, the 20, the 25, and we knock him down just shy of the 25.
Number 14 and number 12 bring him down. 32. 14 and 32, that would be Denard Smith and Martin McDonald.
Yes.
Man, now, why is he not doing that every time? He kicked that ball all the way down to about the 8 or 9 yard line.
I think that's called adrenaline right now.
He's got his hands outstretched like I didn't know I could do that.
First and 10, Claxton.
And Red Devils bringing in new players.
Might as well. Get the big boys some breaks.
Claxton up to the line. They'll send 2 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Hill in the shotgun. There's a snap. They'll throw a quick pass out here to the left side, incomplete.
Incomplete pass, play. Second down and hit.
1:34 on the clock to go in the first half. Devils up top, 45-7. Devils have scored early and often, folks.
We knew we were in for something special when we had the pick 6 by a lineman.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you expect it from a corner or safety or linebacker, but no, we had one of the big boys go up and get it.
Darius has been very special for his, this is 4th year. He's really good, I tell you. Don't miss that young man. 2 wides to the left. Quarterback back, looks, steps up, and he's flushed out off the left side. Devils in chase. And we're going to push him out over there on the other side. Gain of maybe 6 yards on the play.
Should have been a hold over there. Whitehat saw it, but did not pick his flag up out of the pocket. I don't know if he carries a flag, Bruce.
I don't think he does.
I don't see one.
29 yards.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to stop the clock because he ran out of bounds already.
Yeah.
And if he stayed in, maybe I could probably understand. Wide out to either side. Now they're going to split a second one out here in the slot. And we got timeout called. Timeout called by Claxton. Timeout on field, 1:22 left to go here in the first half. It's Hawkinsville 45, Claxton 7. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils.
For over 50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet. And don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
We're back at Bobby Gentry Stadium. The two teams make way back out on the field. Greg Mixon was picking at me about the hands together blocking technique. And he said, who taught you that? And I said, Greg Mixon, you're my hero. And he said, no, it was Danny Coffey.
Can you believe that? 4 and 5.
Of course, Coffey taught a lot of us a lot of stuff. Some of it maybe not so good. He used to be our driver's ed teacher, and he'd say, you didn't look in the rearview mirror. What do you mean, Coach? I was looking in the rearview mirror when I needed to. Hey, and if you went to sleep in his class, he was on to get girls to them tie your shoes together and paint your fingernails.
Oh, my goodness.
That was always fun. 4th down now, and about 4.5. Claxton up to the line. They've been punt formation.
They're missing.
Uh-oh. We got somebody down with a cramp.
Yeah, that's kind of... Stay down. You're going to go down. Stay down.
Yeah, there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Everybody
9,
sitting
10.
watching, man. Help the man out.
We still don't have but 10 guys on the field, do we? Coach Suttle's going to go check on this man. It's cramps. But as much as we've been running, it's wonder we ain't had more of them, but I guess they're stretching them all out. And of course, I want to remind everybody, it's the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show in the morning. We'll talk to coaches all across the state. And Eddie, we'll do a little bit of traveling with John. What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, the main thing is the Pac-2 and the LSU-FSU game. Of course, he's not going to want to talk about the FSU game, but we're going to do it.
Is there any truth to the rumor the Pac-2 is about to go like the old Southwest Conference, about to go away?
Hey, well, you really want to think about it. SMU's going to the ACC, so...
Wow. I mean, that's funny.
So my question is, who is going to get the automatic bid to the Rose Bowl now? It used to be, when in the non-playoff rotation, it was.
Well, what you're going to have is what's left of the Pac-10 is going to go to the they're going to join the Mountain West, and we don't know what.
Don't fear, they've got Notre Dame floating around out there.
Notre Dame's not going to join it.
Well, but
no.
But they can always slide them anywhere they want to. They've always tried to do that anyway.
They could be the automatic Rose Bowl.
Absolutely.
Notre Dame goes to the Rose Bowl every year, even if they're 4-12 or 4-8 or whatever.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's actually some rumblings about some of the conferences making Notre Dame commit to one of them, one way or the other.
Well, they should commit. They should be somewhere.
Yeah,
they should be able to float around and get the cream of the crop. And that's gotten old a long time ago.
I will say this though, in their defense, they do schedule some good games. Like there's every year Ohio State and SC and this year Clemson. So
even if they don't win them.
Michigan, yeah, even if they don't win them.
Wide out to the side. Now the Claxton's decided to go for it, I guess. 4th down and about 5.5. We got wide out to the side.
Now they're going to take a timeout.
From the shotgun. Right. And now Coach Hill's going to call a timeout. Timeout on the field. 1:14 left to go in the first half. Devils on top 45-7. We'll take a 60-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned, folks.
I walk the mean streets of Atlanta in a police uniform. That gives me an important perspective most lawyers can't give you. If you find yourself in a tough situation leading to an arrest, remember, your best bet for a good defense is to remain completely respectful but quiet. I can't stress that enough. And call me as soon as you possibly can. I'm David Venable. Call me.
The big city lawyer with small town shine. David Venable, attorney at law, Broad Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2825.
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils.
Welcome back into Bobby Gentry Stadium. Remind you of the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show tomorrow morning. Fastest 3 hours in radio. We go off there at 12 o'clock. Head on out to the steakhouse, get you a great meal, get your belly full, get ready to go back home and set the rest of the afternoon watching some great college football. Get you some good food at the steakhouse tomorrow. Wideout to the side, man in motion. There's snap. Hill's going to throw a long one down the left side. He got a man.
Interception.
He took it away from him. Interception. And we're going to be stepped out on the 42. First and 10, Red Devils.
You can't tell the kid not to catch the football, but we're much better off if we lock it down.
Yeah, well, that's that punt right there.
Right, and it really, yeah, exactly.
Guys, who intercepted that?
Number 7, wasn't it?
Number 13, was it?
I thought it was number
15.
Number 15.
15. That was one Zachary Pickett. Freshman.
That's why they're celebrating so much. You got a freshman out there making an interception. That's awesome.
Devils first and 10, ball at their own 42.
Yeah, I guess I got greedy. You know, I mean, you could have had a ball on the 20-yard line. You know, I'd rather see a freshman hit an interception.
He's probably got a bonus locked in for that interception.
Yeah. 2 ice creams next week.
Yeah.
Wing to either side from the shotgun. Going to take it, going to give it to Mullis. And Mullis is going to break a 5-6 yard run.
Ooh, you hate that. You hate what could have happened there because there was a player almost rolled up his back of his leg.
Yeah. I'm glad to see him jump right up.
Yeah, I am too. I'm glad to see. I mean, he's lighter on his feet. He's already got a brace on that leg.
Yeah, the guy went down low. And the guy was holding up high.
Devils going to let some time run, and they run it down. It's 37 seconds. Man in motion to the right. Low snap, going to give it to Dagan again. Dagan is going to get out here to the 48-yard line.
Number 6, Dagan ball is going to carry.
Brown can't cause a fumble, guys.
One of their players is trying to talk a little bit of trash right now. It's probably not a good time to do that.
No, it's not the time. 14 seconds. The final seconds are about to evaporate from the scoreboard here at Bobby Gentry Stadium. And we're going to head to the half with the Devils on top. Guys, I can't believe I'm saying this. Honestly, I expected a fight. I expected a fight with these guys.
After last year, absolutely.
We head into the half 45-7, Devils on top.
Yeah, Bruce, we've had everything in the world that could happen good for the Red Devils that have gone against them the last few years.
Right.
Happen good.
Yep. And they responded when they did have something good with not making something bad out of it.
Yeah. They kept it cool.
Yeah.
It was getting a little chippy there at the last half, but I feel sure that will be nipped. Had real good play. You played a lot of different players, a lot of different situations. I mean, this has been a good half for Red Devil football. Absolutely. And fans, I'm going to tell you, they play like this week, you need to have your butts in the stands next week.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Yeah.
Red Devils at the half lead at 45-7. Guys, this kind of started. The first week it was disappointing. We stalled inside the 10 twice, and we had a turnover that affected us, and we ended up losing that one 26-0. But it's a different look to these guys tonight. It's the upbeat, the spirit, the aggressiveness from the team. Guys, it started last week coming out.
It did. They grew up a lot last week. I mean, that's one of the better teams that we faced in line. It will be one of the better teams that we faced all year. They grew up.
Coming out of the half last week to this point right now at half this week, 4 quarters of ball, we have scored 67 points.
That's amazing.
And had how many penalties? I'm more proud of the not calls.
Penalties.
the not calls.
You're absolutely right.
I want to go back to that first game against Portal. You know, they had that big, what number was it, 15 or whatever? That Florida
commit.
That might go somewhere else.
Jackson,
anyway,
number 15.
And number 10.
He's a good ball player, but I'm going to tell you something. Malik Sims
shut him down
like a blanket, and I think that gave this team a little bit of confidence saying, okay, we didn't win the ball game, but you know what? We played with those guys. They have 2 guys that were Division I athletes, and we played with those guys, and I think give them a lot of confidence.
Last week, that second half confidence level began to rise, and it's on the uptick right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different team. This is night and day a different team from the start of the season and from last year.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it. I mean, from on the offensive side, we're making runs, we're making passes what we couldn't do before. We're making things happen there. The front line's blocking. We're doing the little things right on offense and on defense. These guys are flying around the ball. I'm telling you what, if you're gonna go through the line against this bunch of Red Devils, you better have your chin strap tight and real tight because they're gonna knock the crap out of you.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing right now versus what we saw last year, we are dominating at the point of attack. The line of scrimmage right now is being won by Hawkinsville, both sides of football. And it was that way last week, it's that way this week. And I'm telling you, if you keep growing from here, if you keep growing and get better every week, man, this team can make a playoff run, I think, this year.
Well, if you were to go back, I would say this. I'm going to say it. We lost 2 linemen first week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was our center.
Yes.
His knee got rolled up on, and he was out. Even with that, we were moving the ball up and down the field. What was killing us was undisciplined play. It's not the holes and the stuff like that coaches. It's the motion stuff, the things that you shouldn't have, unnecessary roughness or stuff. You know what I'm saying. It's the things that you think about that you shouldn't make. What we saw last week was at the start of that game, we didn't make those plays. We made a few, but we didn't make them as a whole. We were moving the ball. We moved up the ball. I will say we moved the ball all year long. I wasn't at the Blakely game, but we moved it from what I heard on the radio. We moved it then. We have moved the ball. We have stopped people. It's been the stupid stuff that happened that caused us to we'd make 10 and lose 15 or lose 10 or stuff like that, or have a drive deep. I mean, I can count on my hands how many times we've been inside the 20-yard line and had a drive stop because of penalties. It's that stuff, and that's where I got to give credit to the coaching staff. I got to give credit to the players. It's come together to where right now we're playing mistake-free ball. I mean, really and truly, there's probably a couple more scores that got left off out there where we just didn't make a first down or we lost a few yards, but it wasn't. I'm optimistic because it was because we play in better ball.
But we did score on every possession.
Yeah,
we scored on every possession. We did not turn the ball over.
7 possessions, 7 scores.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get some scores with Chuck and Eddie, Chuck and Bruce. We're going to get you some Gridiron Central scores coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and when we get back, we'll have scores from around the Middle Georgian state. At the half, the Devils lead at 45-7. We'll take a 3-minute break. You listen to Red Devil football on the River. Stay tuned.
You're listening to
For
The
over
River.
50 years, the steakhouse restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the steakhouse restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
When moving to a new community, what are some things you look for? Clean neighborhoods, hospital, cost of living, a good grocery store, or is it education? In Hawkinsville, we feel as though we have some of it all, especially education. Along with the education factors, how about some of the other things that make a student well-rounded? Things like one-act play plays, drama, baseball, softball, or football. At Hawkinsville High School, it's about the total package. There's nothing like a Friday night at Bobby Gentry Stadium with a big red marching machine playing the Washington and Lee Swing. Go Red Devils!
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils!
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Walk the mean streets of Atlanta in a police uniform. That gives me an important perspective most lawyers can't give you. If you find yourself in a tough situation leading to an arrest, remember, your best bet for a good defense is to remain completely respectful but quiet. I can't stress that enough. And call me as soon as you possibly can. I'm David Venable. Call me.
The big city lawyer with small town shine. David Venable, attorney at law. Broad Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2825.
Welcome back into Bobby Gentry Stadium. We're at the half. Devils lead at 45-7. Chuck and I are going to run through some sports. Chuck, what you got?
All right, got Cedar Grove on the road at Westlake, and the score is 27-19. Westlake's up at the half. Big game right up the road from us here in the 478. Wartown Special, north side of Warner Robins, taking on the Demons. The north side's at the half, 21-5 over the Demons. Kind of a surprise there, but Rich, we talked about that. That's just a hated rivalry right there. That's all it is.
Oh, absolutely. And we're talking about two teams that are trying to reestablish themselves after making coaching changes.
Right. Camden County on the road at Glen Academy. They're up 17-0 at the half. Colquitt County on the road at Tiff County, 27-0 over the Tiff County Blue Devils. Richmond Hill is up 21-0 in the third quarter against Jenkins. No score on the Valdosta Banneker game. Meadow Creek and Campbell showing second quarter, no score. Big game up in Rome. Carrollton is on the road at Rome, and they're up 6-0 in the second quarter. That's going to be a big game right there. Two teams that probably go deep in the playoffs this year. One on some more scores. Hillgrove on the road to East Coweta. East Coweta is up 10-3. Pebblebrook up 7-0 on Hapeville Charter. Harrison up 28-7 on Paulding County. Roswell's up 35-14 over Marietta. Douglas County 31, McEachern 0, and that's in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, North Paulding 21, Kennesaw Mountain 0. Another second quarter score, Mill Creek up over Archer 35-7. Collins Hill is on the road at Brookwood and leading the Brookwood Broncos 13-0. Grayson is at home against Fort Dorchester, South Carolina. They're up 6-0 in the second quarter. East side of Newton is in the second quarter, and that's 12-7. Newton is up. South Gwinnett and Decula in the second quarter, 15-0. South Gwinnett is on top there. Cherokee's leading Woodstock 42-0. Wow. That's a nice rivalry there. Buford over North Cobb, 24-21 at the half.
Chuck, I got some of the smallest schools.
Go ahead.
Warren County leads Johnson County second quarter 8-7. Green County over Hancock Central 28-6 second quarter score. Glastock County 8-0 over Briarwood Academy in the second. It's Brentwood School over GMC 21-7. Macon County leads Dooley in the second quarter 7-0. 21-0. Lincoln County leads ECI. That's a surprise. Kings Ridge 2-0 lead over Calvary Christian into the third quarter. Lanier County over Santa Fe, Florida, 12-0. It's Charlton over West Nassau, Florida, 12-6. It's Telfair County all over Atkinson County, 35-0.
Wow.
That's the one we're going to have to deal with in a few weeks.
Yeah. Next up here, though.
Oh, yes. Randolph Clay, 6-0 over Turner in the second. It's Clinch County over Miller, 14-0. That's a third quarter score. Sly all over early, 20-0 in a shutout.
Wow.
A second quarter score. I tell you, Coach Alfred, Darren Alford over at Sly County is doing a heck of a job there. They will be a team that you can count on. You can put the money on the bank. They're going to make it three rounds at least minimum, and probably further than that in the playoffs. Tattle Square over Athens Christian, 41-14. Darlington over Christian Heritage, 28-0. And let's see, Temple over Chattooga, 22-7. Our game, 45-7. They got it up to date on the line. Jenkins County over East Florence, 20-7. Those are two teams that are trending in the right direction. Jenkins has played really, really well. East Florence has had an upset already this year win, and those two guys are going well. And Dublin leads Lamar County 21-7 third quarter.
That's awesome. Wheeler County's up over South Cobb 37-0. That's a second quarter. Most score on the Forsyth Central Etowah game. North Oconee and South Forsyth at the half. North Oconee leads that 14-3. West Forsyth and North Forsyth 17-7. West Forsyth's up in the second quarter. Druid Hills 14, Berkmar nothing at the half. Other halftime scores: Gardendale and North Gwinnett tied up 28-28 at the half. Peachtree Ridge and Loganville, Peachtree Ridge all over Loganville, 20-0 in the second quarter. Let's see, you just talked about the Central Gwinnett. Well, no, Central Gwinnett and Jackson County tied up 6-6 in the second quarter. The Hoco Bears taking on West Lawrence and up at home 49-0 at the half.
Wow, that's a mismatch.
Yeah. Lee County up at home against Lithia Springs 28-6. Thomas County Central up on Bainbridge 21-7 at the half. Coach Rogers got that team rolling.
Chuck, tell me what you know about the situation with Jones County quarterback leaving and going to Warner Robins.
I don't know how that happened. I did read that earlier this week. I haven't talked to anybody yet about that. I'll probably get the lowdown on that. I don't understand that. I mean, I'm disappointed in GHSA for letting so much of that mess go on. It's just like when the Garcia kid was at Valdosta, whether you agree with it or not. But he's not eligible there, but he ran up to Grayson and play for them. Yeah. That's not right. Now he's in a second or third college team.
Yeah, I think they got to address that. They got to clean it up.
We have to understand something that this is about life.
Yes.
If you're not going to commit to a school, then you're not going to commit to your wife. You're not going to commit to your family. You're not going to commit to your job, to your faith. You're just going to run off to something that's bigger and better every time.
Yeah, that's a big problem for me, and I'm sorely disappointed. You see the stories, and I probably would get in trouble if they listened to me, but who cares? They like to say, oh well, we caught this little rural school in South Georgia doing this or doing that, but it's openly. When someone like Grayson kids, 10 or 12 5-star kids move in.
Yeah, I know, right?
Seriously. Right.
There's no money involved in that.
None.
Back to scoreboard. Evans and Greenbrier tied up 7-7 third quarter action. North Augusta and Lakeside Evans 24-7 the half. North Augusta leads that. Let's see. Our buddy Eddie, a little bit of interest in this game. Chris County 9, Lovejoy 6 second quarter action. Westside Macon over Monroe in the half 26-0. Coach Respert up there at West Side, one of our favorites.
And we got to see him. He was on 13 News before he came, before we went to eat supper and then come out here. Got to see him and his lovely wife on there. And, of course, Coach Spoon Resper has been a friend of ours for years. And I tell you won't find anybody any finer than he is.
He's a good man. He really is. Dunwoody, 13, Chamley, 7, third quarter. Savannah Christian, Marist, 7-7, second quarter. North Atlanta over Manchester, 14-7 at the half. North Springs and Riverwood at the half. North Springs leaves that 20-13. Jefferson all over St. Pius, 35-0 at the half. Sandy Creek all over Alexander, 30-0 second quarter. East Paulding and Hiram, 17-14 second quarter. Cartersville, the Purple Hurricanes up on Altoona, 35-0 at the half. They got it rolling up there too. A couple more. So Sperry, 21, River Ridge, 11 at the half. Cedartown over Sequoia, 10-7 in the third quarter. First quarter score here looks like it hasn't been updated. Alpharetta over Cambridge, 7-3. Pretty sure that's probably changed by now. Lanier over Johns Creek, 14-6 in the second quarter. Kell and Pope, 21-0 at second quarter. Kell's up in that game. Hart County over Appalachia, 3-0 second quarter. Gainesville 21-14 over Monarch. Let's see who else we got. Ware County, the Gators up over the Baldwin Braves, 17-6 at the second quarter. A couple more here we got around here. Perry up over Jones County.
So the offer still stands to drive us to White Cross, so Coach Strickland can take a state.
You tell me when. I'll make it happen. Yeah, give me a sake, I'll go.
Well, I tell you what, that game has got two fine guys that's coaching that one, Coach Strickland and Coach Jesse Hicks over at Baldwin. But you know what, Chuck? There's so many of these guys that's unbelievable. We've got friends all over the state of Georgia that we've built up over the years. Look at Dublin, Coach Roger Holmes, and you got Coach Joel Ingram over there. All close friends that we've known for so many years. Both of those guys have been with us many times, and that's probably the best thing about what I do is the opportunity to talk to these guys and build these friendships over many years, and that's what keeps me going.
That's awesome. And you talk about that. And you know what happened last Saturday when we went to Macon? Daryl Salas is and then you guys out here listening on us probably recognize that name. Daryl Salas was once defensive coordinator here at Hawkinsville.
Yes, he was here back in the late '90s under Jim Morrell.
Yeah, and Daryl and I played football together in college, and haven't seen each other in 35 years. And we got to see each other last Saturday for the first time in 35 years, and I found out we're going to have a reunion, a Georgia Southwestern reunion. Players and coaches and ones that are left. Reunion coming up here in October, so I'm looking forward to going and seeing some of my old teammates.
Well, I remind you in the morning, Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show, 9 o'clock, fastest 3 hours in radio. We'll get things underway. We'll talk with Coach Tim Suttles of the Hawkinsville Red Devils. Coach Greg Hill of Claxton is due to be with us. Matt Burleson of Telfair County. Waco head coach Robert Edwards will be with us. We'll also have Greg Vandergriff of Prince Avenue Christian. Mark Wilson of Bacon County. Hebron Christian head coach Jonathan Guest, Sean Pender of North Hall, Richmond Hill, head coach Matt Lazat, Josh Lovelady of Mill Creek, Rico Zachary with Westlake, Danny Britt of Benedictine, he'll be with us, along with John Ford of Effingham County, Houston County head coach Jeremy Edwards will be with us, and we'll also talk to Coach Edgar Carson of Lovejoy. That's all in the morning on the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show. Plus, we'll do a little traveling with John and get caught up with he and Eddie with the game of the week in high school. Plus, take a look at the college games around the country. That's all on the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday morning quarterback show in the morning at 9. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff. You listen to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Louis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
The answer to your insurance needs is simple. The Grimsley Agency. No matter your needs, life, auto, or home, it's the Grimsley Agency. You can trust Danny Grimsley and his staff with great coverage for your whole family. New car or home, the answer is the same. The Grimsley Agency. Give them a call at 783-2581 or see them at 203 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Proud supporters of all Red Devil athletics.
Welcome back in to Bobby Gentry Stadium. Bruce, it's been a long time since we saw a score like that in our favor.
Yeah, and I don't count Twiggs last year in that.
No, I don't either.
This team coming in...
hey, we did it first half. They very well could do it second half.
We've seen things flip like that before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just got to keep our wits about us. Keep our composure, play smart, play sensible. We should have a running clock going into the second half. Eddie, I'd like to see this half gone in short order.
An old Bobby down there, boy, I haven't seen him that relaxed since the Luke Campbell days.
Yeah. Folks, if you haven't been out to the new remodeled Bobby Gentry Stadium, you got to come out and take a look. The place absolutely looks gorgeous. Eddie, I'm still trying to get used to the light show.
I am too.
And it's been dark tonight.
It goes dark, and I say, is it going to come back home?
Yeah. Well, I hope so, because that's on the automatic system, I believe, somewhere out in the Midwest or maybe Indianapolis. I'm not sure exactly where. Coach Daniel told us it's controlled somewhere else.
Well, the thing that sometimes I don't like is you look over at the stands and it's dark in the middle.
Yes.
And it's dark in our middle.
Yes. You'd like it to be more balanced across there.
Yeah.
But it's not. Let's see if I got any scores or anything coming in across the phone. I guess Blakely's not playing this week. I didn't look at their schedule, but I'm not getting anything from the Grafton boys. So
15-6 crisp over Lovejoy. I need to ask them what quarter they're in, because I might just ride over here and finish watching the game.
Yeah. If you leave now, you can probably get some crystals.
Yeah.
If you do, bring me some too. Two teams making way down on the field, getting ready to get second half underway. Devils red tops, white bottoms, and of course the Rock and H on the side of the helmets across the way. The Tigers of Claxton, they've got the white tops, white bottoms, the black numerals, and a little bit of yellow trim on the sides, and of course the black helmet. Claxton Tigers. They make their way out on the field, getting ready to kick. Devils receive to start the second half. If we were playing Canadian League, we'd probably have to kick off to them.
Yes.
Eddie, I remember growing up and watching it when it first started coming on, when I was a young man, not a young kid, but a young man watching Canadian football. It took me a while to get used to it. It's kind of fun.
It is.
Like backyard almost.
It's more of the run and shoot stuff.
Yes. There's the kick, a little short one, and it'll be taken by the Red Devils at their own 38.
Yeah, I'm looking over to see who got it. It was Wesley.
And let's see who goes on the field. I got a feeling we got to start our starters at least the series.
They'll probably play through the third quarter, and then it's going to be all JV.
Clock is running.
General way of doing things is.
Well, and with the running clock, it's going to move quick anyway. It won't be a lot. Devils had the ball 7 times the first half. They scored 7 times. Devils first and 10 at their own 39. 39. First and 10, 39-yard line of the Devils. They'll send a wide out to the left. It's Malik Sims out here. Blake Brown in the shotgun. Man in motion. Don't give it. And nowhere to go. Nain Blair taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Kinsley Smith. William.
He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes. I see 45, what's his name, checked into the game. Got to get used to him.
Yeah, that's
Rutherford.
Yeah, Rutherford.
Rutherford's checked in.
Nakevius.
He got some action last week, even a 2-point conversion pass.
6 foot, 174 pound sophomore.
Devils up to the line, 2nd and 10. Wide out to the right, wing to the side. From the shotgun into backfield, back up the middle, Malik Brown, and Malik's going to get about 4 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. Eddie, I'm taking orders for breakfast in the morning. What is it I got to get you?
Breakfast burrito, hot sauce.
From the D, from Mickey D's.
Yeah.
Got to get Chuck a sausage and cheese. I got to get Ken a sausage, a chicken and cheese for Chuck. Eddie, Ken gets a sausage and a sweet tea.
So what does Bruce get?
Everything he wants. Low snap, going to pick it up. Malik's going to take it first down. He gets about 6 yards. I vary a lot. It just depends. Actually, I'll probably come out to school. I got 2 biscuits in the refrigerator from yesterday. My sidekick, I hang around with some in the mornings when I get there at 5. He's been out the last few days, and I didn't know he wasn't going to be there, so I got a sausage and egg biscuit and a ketchup ham biscuit in the fridge. So, of course, I can take the egg off and recycle it and give it to Ken. Of course, he's listening right now. He probably wouldn't like that. I'm not going to look at my phone. I ain't going to look at what he's texting. There's Snap. Going to give it to the Nard on the inside reverse. Gain of about 4 or 5.
Yeah, he took that and that inside flag on the play. A little bit of joy.
That one was in their secondary, where it came from. And one at the line of scrimmage. I didn't see that one.
I saw the one at the line of scrimmage. I didn't see the one from secondary. It's going to be unsportsmanlike. I just don't know who it's going to be against.
We had one pulled out. He kind of threw his hands up in there a little bit. I'm going to guess that he may be involved in that.
Facing us.
You noticed when he came off, and I ain't going to say what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. He kept his distance, went on down there away from where the coaches are.
Yeah. It don't matter. I'll go ahead and tell you guys, you can't hide because there's film. You'll be running Monday. I don't know. Y'all off Labor Day?
Yeah, the school's closed. Federal holiday.
Football team won't be.
No, sir. 8:47 clock running, 3rd quarter. Devils up 45-7. 2nd and about 23. League's going to bring it back out the middle across the 40, and they're going to come out to the 43.
It's going to be a pickup of about 5.
Number 11, Malik Brown, carry.
We're going to mark him down at the 42. It's going to bring a pickup of about 4.
That's the 5th play of this series, and we're sitting at the 42.
Yeah.
When we started at the 39. And the first down's got to be at the 40 on the other end.
Yeah. And we're not going to throw the ball.
No. We'll run a couple reverses along the way. Clock moving down towards 8 minutes in the 3rd. 45-7, Devils lead it wide out right. Man in motion, that's Zenard. Zenard. Don't give it to him. He tries to get outside. Got big 66 right in his back, but he gets about 5 yards.
About 4 or 5 yards, Bruce. I mean, we're picking up 4 or 5 every run.
And we're going to make our first punt of the day.
Yeah.
But you got like that, Bruce. You're up 45-7 in the 3rd quarter, halfway through the 3rd quarter, and for your first punt formation. That's encouraging.
Megan Mullis will do the punting. He's kind of hobbling a little bit on that right leg.
Yeah, it got rolled up on the end of the first half. I think that's kind of playing into it.
They got Atkinson back. Mullis gets off a line.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful kick. It's going to be caught on the 20, and we're going to come down to 24.
2-yard return. Yeah, that's very effective right there.
That was number 32, McDonald.
Yeah, Mark McDonald. Of course, you can run around that a little bit if you got blocking up front.
Yeah.
He tried that last week. I think he took off running, and he shouldn't have.
Woo! Chris County's 15, Lovejoy 6.
Yeah, I like that. They got some athletes up there in Lovejoy. You couldn't. You're doing something when you're beating those guys like that.
6:33 clock.
Got a Sumter County next week.
Third quarter.
I will be on the road with the missus.
That'll be a running clock. First and 10. Claxton at their own 23. Whiteouts all over the field. They're going to throw it. Darius got the up there. Wow.
He could have just walked in the end zone.
Mr. Quarterback, I wouldn't throw that one again.
The big guy, look at him. He tilted his head back when he was walking back. Oh, I should have had that.
He's looking at him and said, yeah, see? That was number 2.
I got their number. Clock now inside of 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Devils 45, Claxton 7. Yes, I said 45-7, folks. Red Devils on top. 4 wideouts. Actually 5. Empty backfield. A swing pass out here to number 15. He breaks, gets past one, gets past another, and he's going to get down the sideline and finally tackled by Mullis as he gets to our 48, 47 maybe.
I think the white hat left his yellow hanky at home.
He don't have one.
77 was getting just tackled.
Yeah.
By the shoulder pads right in front of the white hat.
Listen, we were in Troutland one night, and we had the big bunch back then. Brandon Perry and Charles Johnson. They were getting jerseys pulled off, and we had to sneak out there with a 7-0 win on a night we should have had 40 or 50 points, but they would throw no flags on them, none. There's a little swing pass out to the left, completes and going to break a tackle on drag a couple of the guys with him across the first down marker down to the Red Devil 38. Yeah, some nights they're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And you look at it and you think, now how in the world can you do that? How can you justify not just calling it? Calling what's happening on the field. When my son was playing middle school way back, we got into Wilcox County, and the officials got the wrong time to be there, so they got there late. And I'll tell you the rest of that story in a second.
Can be second and about half a yard.
Wide out to either side. Quarterback's going to throw a quick look in.
Ooh, almost picked off by Dagan.
Yes. And so they looked up in the stands, and there was Tony Lester, and he said, Tony, I need you to bring somebody to come fish shake. So Tony went down, he brought me with him, and on the first play, they had a guy that was 5 yards downfield on the first play. So I threw the flag. And their coach said, why are you being so ticky for? Really? Really? Ticky? Come on. You got to call those.
Exactly.
5 wideouts, empty backfield. Hill, 3rd and inches. Going to throw a quick one. We got to know when that front got a paw in it. If not, 26 was there waiting on that one. Goodness.
Those linemen are getting their hands up, and it's causing all kinds of problems.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Hill's not the tallest quarterback.
No, he's not.
He's a little. I told you coming in, he was a little smallish. I'm thinking he's around 5'7", maybe.
4th and 1.
Wide out all over the field. They're going to throw a quick look in and complete it to 15, and he's going to go down to about the 30-yard line, first down.
Yeah, it can be brought down by Dagan.
And they'll spot it back outside the 30 at the 31. I thought he was inside of it. 1st and 10 now. They moved the chains. 2:52, 2:51, 2:50. Third quarter.
Why aren't the chains moved?
They're getting there eventually. We got whistles, and let's see. Is that waiting on them to get the...
Probably waiting on them to get the chains moved.
They're not going to play there.
No.
Against us?
No, against them. No, against us. What was that call?
I don't know, but the white hat was pointing toward us.
I think it was in the neutral zone.
Was that illegal participation?
12 in on the field.
Well, that's been the secret all night. We've had 12 out there all night.
No, Bruce, don't say that. Somebody going to call in now. No, guys, this is the first play.
It sounded good. So, played like we had 12. Actually played like 13. 4 wideouts, 2 to either side from the shotgun. Heel back. He's also going to fade down there in that corner. And
it's going to be caught.
Nice catch.
Catches it on the 2-yard line.
And the receiver is down.
I think he hit awkwardly over there on that artificial turf, and that ground is hard.
Yeah, he's got that right leg out.
2:11 left to go here in the third quarter. Devils on top, 45-7. We're going to take a 30-second break to listen to Red Devil football on the river. Stay tuned.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet, and don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
We're back at Bobby Gentry Stadium as they tend to a player on the other side. I think they're stretching his leg out. Maybe
yeah, I think he fell. Hey, Bruce, while we got a chance, XL Sports Network, go to our homepage, go to Facebook and just look for XL Sports Network, and you'll see you should get a link to listening to us. Saturday Morning Quarterback, I think, has the same link. YouTube, we do have a presence on YouTube. We store all our recordings, either Saturday Morning Quarterback, the Drive at 5 with Chuck and his son-in-law, and Friday Night Football. We have all the recordings there. Just go to YouTube and Google XL Sports Network, and you'll be taken to the link. Just when you hit there, like and subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you'll get them when they're posted.
First and goal at the 4-yard line. Claxton, man in motion, going to give it to the man coming this way.
Yeah,
he comes up, and he loses his helmet and goes down. The Devils turned him upside down.
Yeah, he got his clock cleaned on that one.
15 is wanting to say something to the official. Oh, we didn't do anything, I don't think. I think we just hit him.
We just hit him. He run wide, and we caught him. You know, Bruce, that kind of hit kind of reminds me of a hit that you can find on YouTube. Where you at?
I'm right here.
Antoine.
Thomas. I remember the night over there. He honestly, folks, he hit one, ran over the top of him. I mean, I'm telling you, he ran 10 yards through him. And when he did that, the ambulance drivers jumped up, got into the ambulance.
His helmet come off, and everybody was thinking, "Oh Lord!"
He took his head.
So it took his head. I mean, it was one of the hardest hits I've seen in a long time. I remember going to Charleston one night watching a game down there, and there was a play made, and I can't remember the name of the linebacker. It was a couple of years after that. We had a linebacker hit there. It was a play we had to stop him, and our linebacker went in the middle of the hole and hit a guy. And that was the second hardest hit I think I've seen, next to Antoine's. I can't remember who it was. If I could remember his name, young man's name, I would. But, yeah, I mean, there's been some real hard-hitting Red Devils.
59.4 seconds to go in the third. Devils up 45 seconds. You mentioned Charleston. I remember in about 96 or so, they come here with all those All-Americans, All-State guys, all the Bailey boys. And we were down 8-6 going into the fourth quarter. And they stuck the ball on the ground between the two tackles, and they drove the length of the field and scored with 3 minutes in the game to put it away and win that one 16 to
the game I remember is Washington County, 2003 or 4 was it, Bruce?
4 here.
4 here. It was the famous Lightning Bowl
after the storm.
The game was Washington County was ahead, had all the athletes. There was a delay for lightning. We come back in. We went dressing room, come back in, rejuvenated, and beat them.
Claxton up the line. Second and goal now at the 6-yard line. They got wideouts. 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
The huddle 12. That's 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but they're not going to call that.
I don't see how they got away with it.
Wow. Hill under center. Man in motion. Now he's going to go back the other way. Hill's going to take it. Steps back. And throws it out there. Intercepted. And Dak Bachelor going to come across the 20. Out near the 25. That is Sims.
Malik Sims read
that one all the way. He knew he had him in his back pocket.
You know what? Malik Sims hawked him on that. He actually stayed back and he watched the whole time.
Yeah.
And he stepped in front of him.
Wow.
Play by Malik Sims.
Man, he played that ball right.
He did. That was a great play.
If he had got another step, they'd have trouble.
If he had another gear, he'd have trouble.
Yeah. And that may be the last play of the third quarter as it goes under 20 seconds. We do have a run clock here in the second half. Devils are going to go out on the field. Looks like we got the young guys out there now as we head towards the fourth quarter. And they're going to break that. Let's see if they get it off. 7 seconds. 6, 5. And wide out to the left. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We have got 3 in the books. The Devils lead at 45-7. We're going to take a 60-second break. Actually, we're going to take a 90-second break. You listen to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned.
Solo Food Mart is a great place for snacks, cold drinks, and great Hunt Brothers Pizza. Then there's gas with easy in and out on the corner of Dooley and Commerce Streets across from the post office. Solo Food Mart, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-2584. Solo, your stop for Hunt Brothers Pizza, cold drinks, snacks, lottery, and friendly staff.
For all your tax needs and IRS e-file in Middle Georgia, it's Lester's Income Tax Service at 99 Commerce Street, Hawkinsville. Call 478-783-1650. Best of luck, Red Devils.
For over 50 years, the Steakhouse Restaurant has been a tradition in Hawkinsville, just like the great tradition of the Hawkinsville Red Devils and their 6 state championships in football. Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant invite you to stop by for the daily lunch buffet and the special Thursday night buffet. And don't forget the $8.99 daily specials. Go by and see Lewis Fowler and the staff at the Steakhouse Restaurant on the Highway 341 bypass on top of the hill in Hawkinsville. Go Red Devils!
Devils turned it over to the young guys, double wing formation. We'll bring it from from left to right. Short game.
32.
Martin McDonald with a short carry.
Pick up a 1 on the play.
They'll give him 1 yard, so bring up second and 9. Folks, it's gotten so bad they throw me out of the press box. I'm having to stay on the landing. Of course, it's actually pretty nice out here.
What we're going to do next is unplug his headset. What you think, Chuck?
I've had it happen before.
Unplug his headset.
Second and 9. Devils.
That'd be fun.
Young guys on the field going to give it from left, right to left. They sweep to the other side, gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
Carry by number 15, Corey Pickett. Pick up a 4 on the play. We got 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, it was a beautiful night. Beautiful night.
It's gorgeous.
Good football, great weather.
Well, let me go ahead and do pressure right now. I looked at the weather tonight.
And?
Next Friday, they call for 99 again.
Oh, they really?
Yes. I got that from Eddie's house, so if it's wrong, it's on him. Devils up the line. They'll split a wide out to the right side. Wing to the side. There's snap. Quarterback rolls this way, looks, and throws it in between, incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
That's Sebastian Clark.
Like he gave up on ball.
Yeah.
Somebody at 4th and 5 now.
And we're going to punt.
We'll send our regular punting team back out. Special teams, you don't run the rookies out there.
No.
No, sir. You do want to run some guys out that are second string on each position, but not all of them.
Mullis is going to do. Dagan Mullis is going to do the punting for the Devils.
What has he not done tonight?
Kick field goal.
There's this punt, and they're going to get us for delay of game.
The only reason why he hasn't kicked the field goal is he hasn't been asked to.
That's right.
The 5-yard penalty.
I'm going to say that one kickoff they made that got inside the 20, that was impressive. It was high.
Yeah.
He got something on that one. Back the Devils up 5 yards. It'll be 4th and 10 now. We got Mincy standing back out here in his own territory about the 42. There's snap. Gets off a high punt. It's probably a little bit short. That's a heck of a bounce. And it's picked up on the bounce down the other side and going to get knocked out of bounds over there. And they'll have the ball back. Claxton will have it in Devil territory at about the Maybe the 39. I'm looking to see where they spot it at.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot it on the 35, Bruce. No, you're right. No. Our flag crew is not doing the best tonight.
No, you can't tell what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
could be the 42.
unless there's a penalty we don't know about.
Ball will be at the
No.
42-yard line of the Devils. And the bots and the chains are not together.
No.
They're getting them. They're getting there.
Clock inside of 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Devils 45-7 lead over Claxton. Quick look-in pass off of the left side, incomplete.
Incomplete pass on the play.
Well, we do have some new shirts out there on defense, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I see quite a few of them. Sebastian Clark, the quarterback, he's over here the corner on this side. And they're running all kinds of numbers in there.
We're about to have two.
There's a snap, heel back. Hill's going to throw it deep down the side, and nobody's anywhere near it.
They didn't call a penalty. We had two guys running off the field. We had at least 12 on the field.
Yeah.
And they didn't call the penalty on that.
Devils have got number 43, Amos Manning, out there on the field. Let's see, I'm trying to get some of these numbers and names.
The one I want to see is number 78. That is Peyton Rogers, offensive line, defensive line, 5'11", 285 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He takes up some space in the middle right there.
He's going to tie up
both A gaps.
He's going to tie up both A gaps.
Wide outs. Either side, man in motion this way. Quarterback looks. Hill throws it out here, completes it.
Nice.
Incomplete.
No.
It's scooping.
It's a fumble.
If they rule that a fumble, he's got it deep into their territory.
Yeah, he caught the ball because he caught the ball and turned around and took 2 steps and fumbled it.
Fumble on the play.
And he wants to bust.
He's wanting to say he didn't have control of it.
He's got to come out. What he doesn't understand is he got to come out.
It'll be 1st and 10 Red Devils now. The ball will be spotted at the 27-yard line of Claxton, I think. Yeah, the 27-yard line.
Yeah, it's 27-yard line. Timeout on the officials.
Andy, a lot of that's his frustration. Now, Coach Hill wants to talk to him over there. He thinks that they should have the he's going to say what I thought happened at first. I thought it was
drop pass.
I thought he dropped the pass. I didn't think he had control of it long enough.
Well, part of the problem is the official got run over.
Yeah. So he was out of place.
He was out of place. And nobody else was watching, so.
Either way, I could understand their point on that one. Even though y'all seen it as he caught it and took a turn and made a couple steps. But it happened so quick, I could see both ways. Devils up the ball, 1st and 10. Run the shotgun. Coffee gets the snap, rolls this way, looks, throws it underneath, incomplete. He was trying to stick it in between 3 white jerseys.
He was, and he didn't set his feet. A young quarterback, you have to teach him that. I don't care how good you are, you're not some of the greats in the NFL yet.
Yeah.
You, as a young passer, you've got to set your feet.
Right.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of Dakota, size-wise.
He reminds me of the guy that played at Kentucky a few years back. Remember him?
Yeah.
Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah.
Not that big.
Not that big. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Wide out to the side, snap, going to give it on the reverse this way. And there goes Martin McDonald down the sideline, and he's going to get close to a Red Devil first down. And I'm going to tell you what, that kid gets better every time I see him out on the field.
Yeah.
Martin McDonald, 32.
Yeah.
I like that kid.
That's what's so good about this group. The ones that are playing low are being built up. That middle school program, Todd Coley, Royce at the time, they built a good program, Polo.
Devils up to the line. 1st and 10, ball at the 17. Wide out to the left. Coffee takes the snap and hands it off up the middle, and nothing's happening there.
Yeah, and what you got to understand is our JV's out there against their starters.
Yeah.
They have not taken anybody off the field.
Oh, we got a legal procedure on us on that.
Flag on the play.
Hey,
And if
Bruce,
you-
for an update, Northside was up 28-11 with 7:19 left to go in the third quarter. Warren Robins has come back and scored 2 touchdowns, 28-25 with 3 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Wow.
What a game.
Eddie, they don't have as many guys on the sideline as we do.
It still don't matter, man.
No, I mean, their numbers aren't what they were last year.
No, they're not.
Wide out to the right. Working from the shotgun. Ethan Coffey at quarterback. Takes snap. Going to give it to his little running back. He bounces left and going to get maybe a yard or two. And that's about it.
Carry by number 31.
Clock at 4:29 and running to go here in the ball game. Devils on top, 45-7.
Bring up second down and 14.
Happy bunch of Red Devils on the field and a happy bunch in the stands. Wide out to the left. Man in motion this way. Going to give it to this back coming back this way. Gets to the corner. Gets to the corner and tries to cut up. He's thrown forward and going to get more yardage all the way down to about the 14.
He was stopped short of the first down there, Bruce, and he kept on keeping his legs. Well, I'm sorry.
He's still short.
Yeah, he got it.
He's still short. Sorry, Georgia fan here.
Yeah. I was looking at the stick wrong. It's okay.
Sounds like Bruce.
It's okay.
Hey, Chuck, I take that as a compliment.
Hey, update 15-14. Chris over Lovejoy. Chris has got the ball. Don't have much time.
Wide out to the left, wing to the side, man in motion, little inside reverse.
Flag on the play.
And we got flag. It's going to be motion on the Red Devils. Chuck, anytime that he calls you Bruce, take
No,
it.
I didn't say. I didn't say Bruce. I said that's all right. Bruce does it too.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. We're being invaded here.
I have been doing this half my life.
No, that's
And
what I was talking
and
about.
at 64.
Wow.
That's a long time.
We got 10 more years in us, Bruce. Might do canes and stuff.
You know, the only way we're going to get sent last is we got Chuck as a chauffeur.
I don't believe I'll be able to do it half my
Third
life.
down and 12.
I'm 53, and this is on my second year doing this. So.
You got 10 more years too. Who do you think's going to drive us?
I started late, Chuck. I started late. You won't believe what the first thing I broadcast. Devils up to the line. Wide out to the right. There's snap. Ethan Coffey's going to take it in the middle. Ethan's going to break it down.
Bust outside.
And Ethan inside the 10, blowing his way down there deep. Did a little bit of fill in here and there, but my first actual broadcast was with Dan Jascola doing Macon Braves baseball on the Christian TV station in Macon. That was a long time ago.
So it was Macon Braves, not the. At least it wasn't the Macon Peaches.
No, it was the Macon Braves. It was Macon Braves.
It was the year after the Peaches.
The year after the Peaches.
You know how we did that, Eddie? We did 3 innings, and then they sent that to the studio, and they started that, and they'd send 3 innings.
Oh, man.
One out to the right. Coffey in the shotgun. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. There's snap. Coffey up the middle. Coffey down near the 5, and I think he's got the first down.
Yeah, I believe he does.
Carry by Ethan Coffey for 17.
And I tell you what, at Luther Williams Field, up to that press box right behind on plate.
Oh, I know exactly where it is. I know
Man.
exactly where it was.
You about at Luther Williams?
Yes.
We used to coach it. That was our home field when I coached
Baseball?
Yeah. That was great.
Now, Hawkinsville played a time or two up there, and, you know, with Mary Persons and some of them.
We used to have these teams come play us, and they loved it. They was like, man, we can't believe we're playing here. My whole thing was that's the place where Jackie Robinson plays his first pro game. That was awesome.
Devils up to the line, 1:47, clock running, wide out to the right. Shotgun. Ethan Coffey takes snap. We got a whistle, and let's see what we got. Dead ball procedure.
Well,
I played Industrial League softball up there with Acme Business Park years ago. We never played on Luther, but we played the fields out. Yeah, people don't understand that I played on. I tore my ankle and my knee up on the field out there. They used to have the water mains out there in the outfield.
When I played semi-pro up there with the Macon Chiefs for 2 seasons, we practiced on the very back side out there, over across the corner from Luther Williams.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'll tell you in a minute who I replaced at starting center. Wide out to the right. Devil's going to give it up the middle. No.
He ain't down yet.
Short gain on the play. What was the guy? He owned Champ's Sandwich Shop. But I replaced him. And when I showed up and I stepped and started snapping, he was so glad. He said, I'm tired of going home beat up. He said, I was just doing it to help the guys out. They had a guy I met up there that was a punter, a guy by the name of Billy Brantley, who had played at Southern under Irk in the early days when they were building the program. 34 seconds, clock running.
Kirk Long built that program.
Wide out to the left, double wing formation. Coffee takes snap. Don't give it to his running back coming this way. He's outside. He cuts to the corner, and he's going to get this close.
Down.
They're going to mark him out right at the touchdown. We got one of the young ones in the corner. I was trying to see who that was, guys. Who was it? I want to give him credit for that one.
I think it's number 30. Number was it?
Was that 32 McDonald or no?
Hold on.
No, that's 27 or something like that.
No. Number.
Who was that?
34, wasn't it?
We'll try to make sure.
43.
32.
32?
32, yeah, they're all.
That's Martin McDonald.
Yep.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the
game
ends right there with the Devils winning at 51-7.
Your Hawkinsville Red Devils, 51.
So Devils put one more on the board with the young guys. I mean, you can't tell them not to run. I mean,
No,
geez.
you can't tell those guys. They may not get another opportunity to do that this
No,
year.
no.
Well, the thing is, we weren't running trick plays. We weren't passing the ball.
Right.
It was straight running the ball.
Obviously, you got your second or third string quarterback in there. So, yeah.
Listen, I remember years ago we had a 2-year cycle where we were playing GMC, and we got over there in that two game series. We scored over 100 points total in the two. And now understand that the starters, after 3 possessions, the starters are coming off the field. And I remember hearing their radio announcer over there saying that we were running up the score on them. I mean, what do? There was 2 punt returns in the one.
Yeah.
Ashley Baker returned 2 punts that night for touchdowns. And I know Eddie remembers that name, Ashley Baker.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him as a freshman in a basketball tournament over at Christmas tournament in Dublin. Actually, it was played here against Dublin. He crossed half court and he threw one up. Boosh. And that was a tournament that I remember. The Red Devils beat 3 teams from 3 different classifications in that tournament.
Bruce, 3rd game of the season, and Hawkinsville's got a record of 2-1. I don't think that the end of the season is going to be a 2-win season. I think that Hawkinsville's going to have a few more victories going forward.
Oh, I agree with you. I think this team is the confidence level again starting last week at halftime. But let's be fair now. It started back in the spring when they were doing some light stuff, and then got into summer and the work that they did. Hats off to listen, Coach Huddles, Coach Bragg Thompson. They're the ones calling offense and defense. Are doing a marvelous job. The rest of the coaching staff is doing their part. And listen, these guys are building confidence more and more every day. But when the confidence level really took off was last week at the half after they lost the lead going into the half.
Right.
That I think that hurt their heart a little bit. And when they came out in the second half, they scored on that 70-yard touchdown run by Zenard Smith, and then boom, it was off to the races, and they just continue that same thing here tonight.
Yeah, they were about to go into halftime with lead last week, 13-6 lead, I think it was, and ended up being 20-13.
Well,
within 44 seconds, we gave them 2 touchdowns.
While we got a chance, I want to say thanks to some of our listeners, Derek and Lisa Dykes. They're faithful every Friday night. They listen unless something's going on. I don't think I can count on my hands on one hand number of times they've missed. They've always listened in.
And Andy, thanks to all of our listeners. We have never topped about 320, 330 as much as we ever got. last week for the Rutland game, we had 569, I believe it was.
Yes.
And listen, I'm just excited the fact that the excitement's coming back and that people are listening. Now, I prefer you to be in the stands, but if you can't be in the stands, listen to it.
Be in the stands and listen to
Bring your smartphone.
Oh, I had some friends down there I go to church with who were just asking earlier. She's like, what channel you guys play on? I'd like to watch the game here and listen to it. I told her, XLSports.net.
Yeah. But again, the Devils went in here tonight, 51-7. Tomorrow morning, the Steakhouse Restaurant, Saturday morning quarterback, 9 o'clock.
And Blake Newman, Blake and his little boys listen to us faithful. They're out in Texas. You know, if you listen to us and you appreciate what we got, just let us know on Facebook. We'll look and we'll call you out. We don't mind that. But if you can, come watch and support these guys. They work hard. The coach, staff, players are doing a great job. To me, I mean, we haven't hit region yet, but I'm being faithful here. I think they're gonna go pretty good.
I think these guys are playing at a good level. You know, we across the board we got many positions that are playing well, and I guess the most is the fact that they believe in what they're being taught. They're executing it on the field. I've seen the mistakes go down from week 1 to week 2 to week 3, and I just see nothing but improvement and great things out of this bunch. And you know, listen, I can't say enough about Coach Suttles.
Yeah,
he came in this and done such a good job. You know, when he was across the field from us in Montgomery County.
Oh, it was.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what, they gave us more than we could handle. They would wear you out with this stuff. And, you know, he brought that same mentality here, never quit, work your tail off. And I'm going to tell you what, the fact that we can run the ball left, we can run it right, we can run it up the middle, we can run it all which ways, and then you can sneak in that pass. And listen, we are going to get a lot more passes through the course of this year. But listen, I'm just excited to be here. I've always been proud to say I'm a Red Devil. When we were 0-10, I was going to games lots of times by myself, and I've been to the 15-0. And I'm going to tell you what, this feels good. I'm excited as I've been in a long time. Okay, I've been doing this a long time, and I love it. I bleed red. You don't believe me? Look at my arm. Okay, but I put a lot of work and a lot of effort in this over the years, and I'm not the best broadcaster. Never claimed to be. That's not what I do. I have fun. I enjoy it, and I hope that people enjoy what we do. But I'm going to tell you, when counties around us have lost their broadcasting, when they pulled it out from under us in at the end of 2003, going into 2004, we had no place to broadcast. The radio station had been sold. Andy and I got together. We were doing it then. He said, "Pal, I got the money to get it started," and went out and I sold. Andy paid for the equipment, got it in, and guys, we paid for airtime that year $6,500. We paid in expenses about $3,000, and we kept it on. And many times over the years, this could have faltered. I would not let it falter. Through COVID, when things were tough, I went out and got a little bit here and there. But guys, I'm going to tell you what, it's a labor of love. It's labor. Now, I am a little disappointed in the fact that we've got a great product here in music. We've got a digital sound, sounds good. If you like 70s and 80s music, please, you listen to the ball game, stay and listen to some of this music. I promise you that you'll enjoy it. It's disheartening when I look at the numbers on a daily basis, and nobody's listening to this music. I put it on so it'll be there 24/7, so you know that the ball games are going to be there, the music's there. Please try it out. Check it out. Listen to it. It's great music.
70s music can't beat it.
One other thing too, we're through that. We made our statement.
Yes.
Personally, I appreciate Chuck stepping in. That gives us a little bit more flexibility. That makes a better show. And I appreciate Greg Mixon. If you're listening, Greg, I appreciate you for stepping in. You're helping with scores and giving us facts and things like that. So we appreciate all the help we get.
And, of course, Ken back at studios works hard to keep things up, and he works the social media in. And then, of course, what can we say about Greg? Greg just, we wouldn't be on there without Greg.
Boy.
The birthday boy. Happy birthday, Greg. And, of course, Adam, our engineer that comes over and helps a lot. And, of course, we've got Stephen over there at Wolf Radio that helps out a lot. And then we got Bill Boys that did the new voice work for us. Brandon, our station. We appreciate him, and everybody else has been a part of this. Folks, this has been a fun week.
Yes, sir.
Next week, we look forward to the Red Devils hosting next week, Marion County. They'll enter the game 2-0. First time in the last few years, numbers have been down. They've struggled a little bit, but Marion County, the Eagles are coming back, and next week we'll entertain them right here at Bobby Gentry Stadium. Again, the Steakhouse Restaurant Saturday Morning Quarterback Show will get underway at 9 o'clock, past 3 hours in radio. Tune in. Once the 3 hours over, go on out to the Steakhouse, get you some good fried chicken, some salad, some good vegetables, and whatever else you want to get. Great food out at the Steakhouse, and then get settled in for a great afternoon of college football.
And it's not too late. If you want to be an advertiser
Yes.
on Friday night or Saturday night, give Bruce a call.
Email us, call us any way you want to. We'll be glad to help you out. We have very reasonable rates. We're just about covering the expenses, guys. That'll do it here tonight. Devils win it by a score of 51-7. They took it off the board. I can still remember it. For Eddie, for Chuck, for Ken at the studios, this is Bruce saying so long. You've been listening to Red Devil Football on the River. Stay tuned. Good night, folks.
Tell everybody you know, the best music is on the river.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.